Hi guys, I'm Solaris. Welcome to my channel, Solaris Fairy Astrology and Tarot, where I channel for you all sorts of psychic messages to help you in your love life using astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards. Today's video is, what will your love life be like this October? In addition to this reading, I'm also offering an extended where I'm going to channel for you what else is happening for you in October, in addition to romantic love, in other categories for your life. So if you're curious about that, then definitely check out the extended. Today you have 4 piles to choose from. The first pile is a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin with the Boo tarot cards. Pile 2 features a silver disco ball pumpkin with the Hocus Pocus tarot cards. Pile 3 is a bright pink pumpkin and the Trick or Treat tarot cards. And pile 4 is the black pumpkin with the Disney villain tarot cards. When you have chosen the pile you would like to watch, go to the description box and scroll down to where you see the timestamps. Click on the timestamp that matches your pile, and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye! Hi Pile 1! Welcome to your video today where we are focusing on what is coming up in your love life this October. So I hope you are enjoying this Halloween theme. This is the 3rd video in my 8-video Halloween series. I will get right to it. You guys have picked this very pretty pink jack-o'-lantern. Very cute. You guys might notice that this is the only pumpkin that is different from the other 3. You are definitely a very special pumpkin. So I love that you've picked this. You can't tell in the video, but this is very nice velvet with like a glittery stem. So it's actually super adorbs. Anyway, she's super cute. I'm going to put her in frame for you. And I've also picked for you guys this beautiful rose quartz. So I'm going to put this in frame for you so you can see it to help you bless your reading today. Also, you have picked the Boo Tarot. I would say out of my Halloween decks, this is one of my favorite ones. I got this from France and it's amazing. It's the cutest little holographic ghosts. So I love that you picked this. And then I have picked for you this very special little witch. She will also hang out during our reading today. All right, so first I'm going to start with a Celtic cross spread, and we're gonna see what is coming up in your love life this October. So I like starting off with a Celtic cross when it comes up for the month because it starts off with where is your higher self guiding you. So that is this card. Then more details about that. We have the past, what has happened already to bring you to where you are at as we start October. We have the future card for you. That will pair with another future card. So when I look at a monthly spread prediction, I look at it like this is basically the middle of October / the end of October. So this is as October progresses along. I have for you guys a warning or reminder for you so that you guys can have the best month possible in love. And then I have your conscious mind. What will you be thinking about in October? Relationship card, so further enhancing relationships, or another card indicating relationships. What do you want above all else, or what will you want above all else this month coming up? And again, this card pairs with for future or longer term as October continues along. So I have this beautiful Celtic cross spread and I will take reversals. So now I'm going to mess it all up, even though it looks very beautiful. So let's see here. So first of all, for you, I get that your higher self is guiding you to not overdose on pleasure. So, my darlings, you are being recommended by your higher self to have some restraint or discernment when it comes to the things that make you feel good. So, the 9 of Cups, if you feel like you've been in a little bit of like a hedonist mindset lately, or if you feel like you have been just focusing on the fun, lighthearted parts of life or love, and now you're being asked to maybe get a little more serious, or maybe to do things that are really good for you instead of just things that feel good, if that makes sense. So that feel good intuitively instead of maybe what feel good physically, or feel good, you know, emotionally. Like, maybe it's about doing the wise choice instead of maybe always the delicious choice, if that makes sense. So maybe it's about, and obviously the goal is about being able to have both, but maybe if you've been on one side of the spectrum a little much, it's about reining it in, or at least your higher self might want you to rein it in a little bit and temper it with wisdom and discernment. But let's see. So the Nine of Cups is basically, if you got it upright, it would be about like pleasure, following your bliss, doing what makes you happy, wishes coming true. So with it in reverse, it seems like maybe, and also another message is maybe there's something going on in your relationship dynamics that need to shift for you to be able to have pleasure and a wish come true. So maybe there is something that needs to be adjusted. Maybe your perspective, the way you look at things, maybe things need to alternate or adjust. So with this Nine of Cups, it seems like maybe there's also, if you're feeling not happy, this is a card of being able to maybe reverse something in your life or adjust something in your life to bring you the ultimate happiness and a wish fulfillment. So details about this. What is going on for my sweet baby pile one? Why are they feeling maybe a little more focused on pleasure instead of a focused on let's see here. So Six of Cups in reverse, because it seems like maybe you're compensating for a relationship that didn't work out. Sometimes when we go through breakups, we can sometimes like want to overdose on stuff. And I don't feel like that this is like an addiction. I'm not getting that piece for you, but I'm getting that sometimes we overcompensate by throwing ourselves into another relationship, just dating for pleasure or fun to not do the healing. So I would say if you tried getting back together with an ex or tried making something work out and it didn't work and you are feeling disappointed, sometimes we want to alleviate those feelings or relieve ourselves of those feelings by like throwing ourselves into just something like pleasurable and fun and casual. It also might be if you've been doing something like that, that maybe your higher self is guiding you to maybe have something a little more serious. So if you've just been having like light, fluffy dating, then maybe your higher self is like, okay, well, let's prepare you now for your next major one. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, it represents trying to get back together with an ex or trying to get back with somebody from the past, reunite and reconnect, but maybe it didn't happen. So this might be like a failed reconnection attempt, or it might be that maybe it's about looking at your life and seeing, are you having things in your life, in your love life, that really bring you meaning and fulfillment? And if not, then why? And is there anything you can do about it? So I would say it might be asking you to question these things, question what relationship dynamics you're in, and is there anything that you have power to control? And I get the Moon. Okay, so I'm getting that for you. You might be feeling flooded emotionally. You might be feeling confused. You might be feeling like you're following your psychic intuition. The Moon can be a Cancer or a Pisces energy as well. And I would say that for you, also your dreams might be very powerful about love this month. So I would say for you that you might have tried getting back together with an ex in the past and it didn't work out. So now you're overcompensating by just overdosing on pleasurable things. And maybe that's your way of healing, but it might not be that effective. Or maybe it was a stage of healing, but now you're ready to go to the next stage. And it also seems like maybe you might be feeling flooded emotionally, or you might be guided by your dreams and or psychic intuition. All right. Now let's see, or you might not have all the information. You might be feeling like you're out in the dark, that you're like left in the dark and you don't have all of the facts to be able to make choices. So there might be some stuff that needs to be revealed in October for you. Then again, in the past, what has happened? Magician in reverse. Yes, in the past, you were trying to make things happen. You were trying to manifest some things which maybe didn't work, or you were trying to manifest some things romantically that didn't work out. Gemini energy is here as well with the Magician in reverse. So it seems like you were trying to, and now I get actually, besides the Moon, which is a card of confusion, I'm getting all of these other cards in reverse. So it seems like there were maybe some failed attempts to be able to make something work successfully, and maybe because of that, there is like an overcompensation or there's a compensation for something else. Also, it might be that you tried getting back together with an ex, but they wouldn't be with you in a commitment. So you were just indulging in, let's say, the casual sex, or enjoying in the like, well, they won't give me what I really want, but at least we can date and I can get something. So this could be like a breadcrumbing situation, or like a zombieing, or like a, well, I can't give you something substantial, but let's just have fun for now, that kind of thing. And so maybe your higher self is bored of that, or maybe you're even getting tired of that. So you might be trying to make something happen. But it seems like you were trying to manifest and create something in your life with love and it didn't really work out. Or maybe it wasn't the timing then, but maybe the timing could be in the future for this. Let's see what happens as October progresses. I get the Knight of Cups with the sword. Okay, so in this particular tarot deck, something that is unique and different is that there is a card that blends the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups together. And it's not really in any other tarot card deck, and I'm thinking this was like a misprint, but I always take it as something very interesting. So an air sign that loves you. So it's kind of like combining the qualities of a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Swords. And I am getting this for you in reverse. So it does seem like maybe there's like a going back to the drawing board, going back again to the past. There may be a divine masculine that's an air sign or a water sign. So like a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy that you're wanting to go back to, or that you have thoughts about, or that you reminisce for, or maybe they resurface for you. So it seems like there is this revisiting that happens for you as October progresses along. So there is this. Also, I'm getting there may be a difficulty with communication or speaking from the heart, or other, let's say, divine masculines coming in to speak from the heart. It also might be that you have your heart set on an air sign or a water sign that, again, is having a hard time coming to fruition or having a hard time coming to pass. It does seem like October might be a little bit of a tricky month for you because all of your cards are in reverse except for the moon, which is a difficult card to have upright anyway. So you may be struggling a little bit this October, and it might be about being able to like reassess and make some different choices. What do they want you to keep in mind as you progress? And I don't want you to get discouraged, because I feel like the reason why this reading is happening is to be able to maybe steer your life in a direction to maybe come back from something that hasn't been working for you, that's been discouraging, to be able to find a way so that you can be able to like maximize things for yourself, or maybe turn things around. So I'm getting for you that the warning or the reminder is a Tower in reverse. It also, here's a major piece that I'm just getting. Maybe the reason why this situation didn't work out with your ex or someone from the past, because if it was going to, it would have been a shit show for you. It would have been a Tower moment upright. It would have been, and Tower moments can be good in many ways. But with this in reverse, it says that the warning or the reminder is that they wanted to kind of redirect you. So you might feel like you didn't get what you wanted, but really it was a blessing, because the Tower in reverse is like they want to remind you that they were actually rerouting you so that you didn't get caught up in a shit show. You didn't get caught up in this like cluster of negative energy, or like this tanking difficult thing. I feel like the person that you tried to be with in the past would have maybe been bad for you, or they might have actually brought you through unnecessary chaos and drama, which would have destabilized you. And so maybe you're aware of this and you're like, yeah, Solaris, that's why I'm just trying to have like lighthearted fun right now, because I can't really put my heart into somebody that's going to be that way for me. So I can't even really do anything serious. So I feel like for you, it's like your higher self, your guides were trying to like bypass something that would have actually worked out negatively for you. So, and while it's okay for us to have negative experiences because it allows us to learn lessons, I think in your case, your higher self was like, yeah, pile one, don't need to learn these lessons. Actually, I think that would cause more harm than good in this case. There's no reason to have to bring pile one down this crazy dark path or crazy road. We're just going to kind of like recalculate you and steer you in a different direction, even if it feels like nothing's happening or nothing substantial has happened, or, you know, even if it feels like you had a missed opportunity or you didn't get what you wanted. Your conscious mind is, I get the Emperor. So you are actually thinking about an Aries in your conscious mind and in your conscious thoughts. So I feel like, oh, and also maybe the person would have been good from the past, but they had a lot of baggage and a lot of drama and a lot of stuff in their life that would have bogged you down or tied you down or been the wrong choice for you. It wouldn't have been in your highest good, that kind of thing. But it does seem like you do have somebody in October that your heart is set on, or that your thoughts are set on, with the Emperor. You are thinking about a divine masculine that is an action-oriented person, maybe even an entrepreneur, somebody that's a little feisty and fiery, somebody that likes to be decisive and progress things forward, somebody that could be kind of charming and sexy and maybe a little closed off emotionally, but somebody that is very like executes plans, somebody that's able to be a planner, somebody that has authority, somebody that has maturity. So you do have this person in your sights. All right. Then I see, what are you showing up as? King of Cups. Okay, there's another one. There is a Aries that shows up. I'm getting, or at least in your thoughts for sure, I get the King of Cups. There is also a evolved water sign or a water sign. I'm getting this King of Hearts. I'm getting there is that water sign, maybe even this Knight of Cups energy, which presents as a king. So I'm getting the water sign. So this Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups energy shows up here with the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. So actually this is lovely. So I'm getting upright cards now, which is good. So I like the King of Cups. I like the Emperor upright. It seems like these are really good energies. I wanna, in the next part of this reading, I'm gonna maybe look into a couple of things that didn't work out, like that reversed Tower with the reversed Magician, with the reversed Knight of Cups, with that Moon, that Six of Cups, like all of this energy goes together. These are two other separate energies. If you've seen my monthly predictions, you'll know I do things in these segments, but it's interesting to see who shows up in October. What you want above all else, you're ready to end a cycle. You are ready to finally put something behind you. You are ready with the world to like put that behind you so that you can have some sexy hot tub time with somebody meaningful and lovely. So this is beautiful. I like, oh wait, no, this person doesn't have somebody in the hot tub with them. This is your own luxuriating. This is your own bougie self-care. I love where it says pumpkin spice and everything nice. So that's actually beautiful. That's a caption for girls, you know, sugar and spice and everything nice. So this is like you in your own self-care energy, you being in your feminine energy, you being like, I'm going to be unbothered, drinking my yummy pumpkin spice latte and just chilling in the hot tub and enjoying life. So it seems like you're ready to end a cycle, to be unbothered, to progress forward. And again, that might be why you were really like Nines of Cupsing, why you were really like, I'm just going to focus on me and my own pleasure and my own self-care. And that might be what's coming to an end in October, where they're like, okay, well, you've done enough self-care. You might have gone a little excessively self-caring. And now it's like, cool, you're done with that. Almost like summer's over. Let's go into school time. Let's go into the fall. Let's go into like being a little more serious. So I feel like that this is more like they're gearing you or preparing you or prepping you for that. So I get the World here. And then what is this Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords? It pairs with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there is this person here that shows up, and this will be another energy. So this Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords hybrid may be a very emotional air sign or a very logical water sign. It seems like that this person is really starting to open up. And interesting, you can even see this little ghost opening up to swallow these coins. But with it in reverse, almost maybe it's like they're wanting to like puke it all up. It's almost like whatever secrets they have been swallowing and holding in, swallowing their tongue, not communicating to you, the communication card going backwards. It's like, in this, it's like whatever has been secret, whatever has been, yes, whatever's been secret, whatever's been hidden from you in the dark with the moon, as October progresses, now comes out, now comes to light. There are confessions, there are revealing of secrets, maybe by, if there's a person, maybe by your person, or maybe by you finding out, or other people telling you, or something, or them showing you, or maybe them like finally like opening up and letting you in. But it almost feels like it's going to come out, like it's going to like spew out. It's almost like it's going to like come out fast at you. So it's almost like your person maybe gets activated. I don't want to say triggered, but like activated, where it's like they just, there's a catalyst that happens that has them like open it all up to you. So somebody in the past, I feel, or somebody that's showing up in October will really kind of open up to you in a way where they almost like verbal diarrhea everything out. And again, I apologize for all these like gross words I'm using, but those are the only words coming to mind right now. And so it does seem like that there is this person that like opens up and like spills it all out. So there's going to be somebody opening up a lot to you and revealing secrets that they've been holding in maybe for a long time. So there is that. That could apply if you guys have like a secret admirer. This could apply if there is somebody that just hasn't really been communicating with you. They finally do, but they might communicate in a very like awkward, messy way where they overshare, you know, that kind of thing. Or they panic and they just like blurt out everything. But at least all of that now has come to light, and all of that option, you know, all of that is out in the open. So there is this. Okay, so now I have for you, I'm going to look at different sections. So I definitely want to get more information on this Emperor. Definitely going to get more information on this King of Cups. Then we have this Four of Coins in reverse, Knight of Swords. We're going to get information on this dude. Then I have the one from the past. Oh, the moon kind of goes here with what is being revealed. So I'm kind of going to be putting all these on itself to give kind of like an organization here. So the one that didn't work out, because you were meant to avoid this tower moment chaotic situation with the one from the past not working, and this pleasure is something separate. I can use that somewhere else. So, I mean, I don't need that for this part. That's just basically like, all right, I think you treated yourself too much. Which is all right. Honestly, I am a huge, big believer of self-care. So I would say, awesome. I hope you really, really, really enjoyed that. And definitely keep doing self-care in moderation, because I'm a big believer in that, actually. All right, so we have this Knight of Swords Cups hybrid, where this person's confessing. We have this Six of Cups that didn't work out. The person from the past where it didn't work out. We have the ending of the cycle that's done. That's fine. You're wanting to end a cycle. We have a King. We have an Emperor. So we have 4 energies for you. So now I'm going to pick Amira's Love Oracle to get some details so that you can be able to identify these lovely energies in October for you. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for each one to give you more identifying features, factors, descriptors, so that you're going to be able to identify who is showing up in October. So we have 3 cards for your Emperor. We have 3 cards for your King of Cups. And we have 3 cards for the person from the past where it didn't work out. And then we have 3 cards for the person that openly confesses something. All right. So Emperor energy. Well, you know what? Let's start from the past. We're going to do what did not work out. So we have this 6 of Cups that did not work. Okay, and I don't take reversals for the Emperor. Sorry, I don't take reversals for the Oracle, but interesting about that, because there may be some reversal energies with this Emperor. There may be some start and go, or that this Emperor wasn't quite living up to what they needed to in the past, but now in October there's this opportunity here. So it's interesting. All right, I get the true love. So it seems like this person from the past here is somebody that you've deeply loved. So I probably don't even have to clarify to you who this person is, because you're probably like, oh, my heart knows. My heart tells me. So this is somebody that didn't work out, and I get the true love card. So somebody that you've deeply, truly loved. I do get, though, that there was a lot of spiritual growth that happened because of this connection for you and probably for them. I do get that this person maybe was a catalyst to help you go on a spiritual path, or maybe helped you go to the next level spiritually, or helped you grow as a person in a big level, or maybe you helped them level up in this way. And it seems like it was a mature man. So it seems like this person's probably older than you, and it seems like there was a lot of maturity with this person. So I love this for you. It does seem like while it didn't work out, I can understand why you were trying to manifest it and make it happen. Even if it wasn't the right path for you, even if it wasn't in alignment for you, and even if it would have been maybe like a detour that your life didn't need to take. But I get, though, why you were attracted to them, why there was a strong bond there. They were mature, they were a true love, they were spiritually evolved. Like, there was a lot of beauty here. And maybe that was part of the heartbreak and the difficulty in regards to, letting this go or like moving forward, because it does seem like with this mature man that it's like, man, you really, really were like hoping for this. You were trying to manifest. I feel like you were hoping for this so much and put all of your sweetest little heart into this. And like, it didn't work out, and it was like really disappointing for you. And so my heart goes out to you with this, because that was obviously something that was like super painful. But let's look at the person that opens up and confesses. So we have that with the air sign, water sign hybrid. So there is this, and I get, they confess. And not only do they confess, but you confess, and then you tell all your friends about it. Because I get gossip. So you gossip to all your friends about it. This information might be revealed if other people tell you secrets about this person, that other people find out information on behalf of this one, and that they share it with you, because you can see this girl whispering to another girl in their ear, like, oh my gosh, did you hear about this person involving pile 1? Wow, pile 1, you need to hear this. That kind of thing. So you might find out from your friends, you might find out from females or sisters, you might find out from like cousins, you might find out from just you finding out and then you telling everybody else. I get blonde female, you might be a blonde female, a redhead or a brunette like this. Obviously those are all the hair colors, but unless you dye your hair like green, which is fun. Then I get, blonde female. So I feel like you probably tell your circle of girls and you're like, dude, guess what? With the blonde female, I feel like you could have this, or maybe you find it out from a blonde female or through a blonde female. There is this. So there is some information that comes out, and I get the card that says soulmate. So I do feel like that this person who overshares, or that if there's something that gets revealed as a secret, is like a soulmate to you. So I do get a very strong soulmate energy, and I feel like that there is definitely a strong love bond here. So strong love bond, strong soulmate bond. Person from the past that didn't work out, that was a true love soulmate for you, but there's another soulmate here. And then we have two sexy divine masculines showing up upright and evolved. So you kind of might have to pick between this water sign and this Aries. So for the sexy Aries, we're going to be looking at this one who shows up for you so you can identify this masculine. I get young male, so it might be a younger guy. It seems like if they're not physically younger, then they might be very youthful. They might have brown hair, blue eyes, green eyes, Caucasian energy. I feel like that might look like this sexy darling here, this adorable little puppy type. And I get gifts. I feel like they might have a gift love language, or they might give you presents, or you might give them presents. So there may be like gift exchange going on. And I get dating. So this is somebody that you will actually be dating. You might drink wine together. You might go out to dinner. You might be wined and dined. I feel like there are gifts here. There are dates here. There is a sweet energy. I love this young male energy. When I look at it, it looks like there's like a purity or like a sweetness to this person, and I feel like they give you gifts in a really like sweet, pure way, almost like when a little boy gives their mom flowers, kind of like that, but in a romantic, like the romantic partner way. So there is like a sweet, innocent energy in this way. All right, the competition, the King of Cups. Let's see here. And now this Aries or this King of Cups could be the one that shares all this information, that you find out information. Now, because this is a Knight of Cups, a Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords energy, it might probably most likely be this King of Cups because it's a Cups energy. So there is this. So probably it's more this King of Cups that there's information revealed than the Aries. But we'll see. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, destiny, communication, and friendship. All right. Yes. So definitely there's still friends energy. So it might be that the friends communicate and tell you something about this person that is a major destiny. So it might be that it's like destiny for you right now, that this situation gets revealed. It also might be that you guys have a talk and you guys decide to be friends, especially if you choose the Aries. So there is this. I feel like for you, the friendship and the communication and the destiny, there is something absolutely destined that you guys must tell each other, or that you guys will tell each other. So there is this. You also might have mutual friends in common. So there is this as well. But either way, with this King of Cups, there is absolutely something destined that will be communicated between the two of you in October, which is very important and very crucial. And it might revolve around what gets revealed, or it might be that this is this person like spilling their guts to you. So there is this. With the friendship, this also could be a friendship turned lovers situation where you guys are friends and then it turns romantic because of a destined conversation. So there are many options or possibilities for you guys. There are a lot of you watching, so there are different scenarios. So I would say this is just to give you guys a heads up so you'll be able to recognize it when it happens. All right, so now I'm going to go, if you do have a person in mind, my sweetest sweet love, feel free to think of them. I'm going to get the Falling in Love Oracle, and I'm going to see what is going on in this dynamic between you and your person, if you have a person. And if you don't have a person, no worries, but if you do, think of them and I will pull cards for you. All right, so let's Fall in Love Oracle. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something a little differently. I apologize. We're going to actually just do different scenarios for each one that showed up. So I'm going to do 5 cards to see how will your connection with the Aries be in October. Or at least with an energy like that, this might connect to you and your person. I also have 5 cards that I'm going to pull in regards to the King of Cups energy that shows up as well. And we'll do 5 cards in regards to maybe the situation that didn't work out at the time and see how your connection with them, if at all, will be in October. So we have 3 different piles and you might be able to feel which one is your person, or you can hear all the messages and then see which ones line up as October continues along. All right. Oh, and I will have an extended this reading if you want to find out what else is happening in your life in addition to, and also including more about romantic love, then definitely check out the extended that I will feature at the end of this reading. But in the meantime, we're going to go look at this. So this is your Aries. So the connection, I want to know you on a deeper level. That is why you guys are going on dates. So I love this. You guys are getting to know each other, or at least getting to know each other more, deeper, and that's beautiful. And that might be why that Nine of Cups is in reverse, because it's not about keeping things like surface level anymore. It's about going deeper. So that's lovely. And then I have nothing left to give. And it's interesting because this little jack-o'-lantern looks like your little pink one. And so you might feel like, you know what, I don't have anything to give to this connection because I'm depleted, because I'm sad about the past connection in the past that didn't work out. Maybe this one. But also it could be your person seeing like, you know what, I don't know if I have anything left to give. But your person, your Aries, did get the card of gifts. And so it might be about giving even when you guys feel like you don't have anything. Or maybe it's about giving something even if it doesn't feel meaningful to you, it might be meaningful to your person. So like maybe you don't have money, but you have quality time, or you have passion and physical touch, or you have words. So it might be that you give something that's not monetary, or you might give something monetary or physically tangible that is in your abilities, or vice versa, they might. It says emotionally invested in you. So it does seem like both you and the Aries are going to be emotionally invested in each other as you guys get to know each other in a deeper level, which is actually very beautiful. So I love this. And then I get hidden lover. Okay, there may be some... It might be that you and this Aries don't become public. You guys might just date kind of on the down low, or discreetly, or privately, or you might be a secret lover with this person, or you might keep them a secret lover. You guys might decide not to go public just yet. It might be like you're not going to hard launch them on your social media yet in October. So it might be that you guys are just getting to know each other and you guys are waiting to make it more official publicly until like you guys figure out kind of some other logistics. But I get mending bridges. If there were any miscommunications or misunderstandings, or if there are any areas where there was any tension or difficulty, I feel like you guys are going to be healing that. Also, there may be that this person gives you some healing from somebody in the past that didn't work out. Like if your heart needs healing, maybe your person helps you with that. Or if their heart needs healing, maybe you help them with that. Just by, you giving each other love, it might actually heal a wound, or maybe even like healing a childhood wound. Like maybe you guys are a corrective experience for each other, which that means maybe you guys are a experience that heals a wound from the past that somebody else made, but just positive interactions with you shows you and shows your person a different way of relating, which actually heals wounds from the past that other people made. All right, the King of Cups. What's going on with them? If I knew then what I know now, I would have done things differently. This King of Cups has some regrets. I feel like during October, your person might, and there is a destined communication there, that your person might be sharing regrets with you. They might be apologizing. They might be trying to show up in a way where they're like, okay, I would have totally done things differently if I knew now if I knew then what I know now. So there is this. And I feel like this is important and relevant. There is a hot chocolate or coffee cup on top of a book. And so it might be that your person has studied up or read something that has given them some insight. So maybe they've read about relationships, or maybe they've read something which has given them wisdom. I don't feel like it's like reading a text message, but I feel like it's that they've learned something in a book or a class or a workshop or something about relationships that gives them some wisdom. Then I get clouded by confusion and creating illusions. Okay, so this might be why you have the moon in October, that the King of Cups is having a hard time being, right, exactly, transparent, real, and honest, which is what comes out in the confessions. So that's where that is. Okay, so, right, okay, so yes, so the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups / Knight of Swords is the same. And it seems like that, yes, that your person has regrets for behaving and treating you a certain way, that there was an illusion that they are creating in October, or that they've created, and there's clouded by confusion. They might think that maybe you would be naive, maybe that they could just kind of wave away their actions that didn't work out well, like they can try to get away with something, that you would just kind of forgive something and put it in the past. Because I get creating illusions and clouded by confusion. They might try to like misdirect you or confuse you or maneuver you in a certain way. I feel like maybe your person's like, you know what I can change, I can do something differently now. So I would say expect or anticipate like those kind of words. So there is this. So I would say that yes. So there's some stuff that comes out. There's some stuff that's revealed. Your person might be trying to create like a little bit of a euphoric energy, like a love bomby, euphoric-y fantasy kind of vibe energy to kind of bypass maybe some stuff that happened between you guys in September or August or before that, and maybe they're trying to just kind of gloss away some things. So I would say that there may be a little slippery energy with this person. I feel like they mean well, but I also feel like they don't like accountability too much, or they just want you guys to get over something, or that kind of energy. I wasn't expecting to fall for you. So maybe your person treated you a certain way before they had romantic feelings for you, or before the feelings deepened, or maybe they made choices before you guys bonded, and then they were like, oh wow, well if I knew I was gonna fall in love with you, I would have handled things totally different. So I feel like your person, and that might be the catalyst that gives them that epiphany and realization where they like blurt all of this out. So yeah, so your person is like, I don't even know what to do about this situation because I wasn't expecting to fall for you. And if I knew that you were going to become so important to me, I would have totally treated you better, in not so many words. No one else's opinions matter. So your person also feels like there can be a privacy between the two of you where it only matters what you and they think, not like other people, because we did get the gossip card and the other friends. And so if you're asking friends for advice, or if your friends are telling you like one thing, they might be like, oh, don't listen to them. It doesn't matter what they say. It only matters what we think or what we choose to do. So they might be trying to kind of like isolate the situation to just the two of you to be able to make choices within the two of your dynamics, which can be okay under normal circumstances, but also could be part of the tactic to kind of confuse you and have you not listen to, like, if your friends are like, hey, this might not be great for you, then maybe they're all like, oh, no, don't listen. We're just going to make a decision between the two of us, because they don't want people dissuading you or highlighting areas of things that they have done if they're trying to create an illusion and confuse you or create confusion. It also could be with the creating illusions clouded by confusion card too, with that moon card we got. It also might be that they really also were confused about their feelings, and they were confused and did not expect to fall so deeply for you. And then they were all like, oh, wow, I really did. That shocked me, and I didn't, know. All right, in the person from the past that didn't work out, I get revisiting the past. So you're probably actually going to hear from them in October. So it's probably not completely over or completely finished. I do feel like you guys will be revisiting or rehashing the past. They might resurface for you in October, which is why maybe they showed up. Or maybe you're still healing from that and you go through thoughts in your own head where you're like, should I have said something different, done something different? Oh, that's the past, but I have these memories, and now they get activated when I have reminders of my person from the past. So there's kind of like an energy here with revisiting the past where it's kind of like you might be replaying old tapes over and over, or your person might be, or that person from the past might still be kind of like on a loop where they or you or both of you are kind of still reminiscing about that. And it says, I feel like I've finally found the person I've been looking for my entire life. Yes, so this was a major relationship for you. It was a true love relationship. And it was a mature relationship. It was a good relationship. So, or a good mature connection. Or maybe you had so much like hope about this person and you thought they had like so much potential, because this card is like, I finally found the one. And then it was almost kind of like life was telling you or showing you like, actually not the one, sorry. So it almost might feel like you might be feeling like, wow, I feel like I got cheated out of being with my true love or with a soulmate, so you might still also be still healing and recovering from that energy. Or your person might still be like, wow, you know what, I really felt like we could have been like the end game here, and I'm still having trouble moving past this or processing this as well. So there is that. It says someday we will find our way. Maybe this person from the past still thinks maybe you guys in the future could get together, or if circumstances become different in the future, maybe you could try again, or maybe you have that thought. So there is kind of this energy here. So someday we will find our way and I'm not going anywhere and changing my perspective. So I do also feel like maybe you and that person from the past might also be in each other's lives and having stayed friends. I feel like with this, that it's like your person's like, if you ever need me, I am here for you and I can still be there for you. And maybe one day we could be different, but for now things are the way they are. And you know, maybe your person also in this separation or in this time where you're not together, that they actually do grow as a person even more, and we got that spiritual growth. So maybe this separation between you guys, or this situation where things have come to a pause or an end for now, or you know, even indefinitely depending on your choices with them, it seems like that this time period might be happening for them to change their perspective or to learn or grow as a person, even as mature as they are. So there is this. So that is how things will be with those 3 people in October. So there is that. All right, you guys. So I have Situation, Love, Oracle, Romance, Angels, and Cosmic Insights. So I'm going to make 3 piles, and I'm going to have this part be interactive. So you guys can pick your pile in regards to what your love life will be like this October. And then we will go to the extended. All right, and this is your final message for this portion of YouTube video. So for pile 1, I'm going to symbolize it with this beautiful pink rose quartz to match your little pumpkin. And to continue matching your little pumpkin, I am going to also pick this pink amethyst heart to represent pile 2. And for the third one, I'm going to use this beautiful cotton candy type crystal, pink dyed quartz to represent pile 3. So feel free to pick between pile 1, 2, and or 3, and you can pause the video if you need more time and unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay guys, well, I just want to skim through this because I know that we've talked about this a lot. If you guys are no stranger to my channel, I have to say this stuff at the end of every video. But thank you guys so much for your likes and your comments, for watching the video, for your shares on social media and telling your friends, with watching my ads for 30 seconds, and you can put them on silent if they're annoying. After 30 seconds, you can come back to the video and I will get credit for that. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And I appreciate all of the donations that you guys have made to the channel. If you guys are curious about how to make donations, you can go to the description box and you can scroll down, and my PayPal and Venmo are there, as well as the super thanks button. You can make donations through that. That helps me be able to buy cute stuff for the channel, as well as very helpful decks as well. So thank you guys for all of your donations. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe. I hope you guys are going to be able to have fun watching all of these Halloween videos, all 8 of them. And feel free to click the notification that says all when you subscribe, and that will give you guys updates of whenever I release new videos. But just a hint, I am releasing them every Friday. So every Friday will be a new fun Halloween video for you to watch. If you guys would like a private reading from me, it's fairyastrology.com, and I give readings in 15-minute intervals over the phone or video call anywhere you are in the world, and I use astrology, tarot, and oracle to channel for you about your love life or about anything else. So if you'd like my help, I am here for you. All right, so for those of you who have picked this beautiful rose quartz in October, your love life will be, okay. Ooh, okay. All right, so number 1, yeah, that's why you got the 9 of Cups in reverse. I got playfulness. You're gonna have a lot of fun. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of playfulness, and I feel like the reason why that was in reverse is just because your higher self wants to guide you to go a little deeper than the surface. Maybe it's scary sometimes to open up or go more serious or go more deep or go more real. So I would say that you're gonna have so much fun, very 9 of Cups, but guiding you to go a little deeper. It's scary and vulnerable to be a little deeper and to attach, but I would say that they're saying that it's going to be worth it for you. So I get playfulness. You're going to have a very fun, playful October. And that's true because, you know, Libra energy is super fun. And then I get sexuality. So for you, you may be discovering your sexuality, or there may be some bisexual, pansexual, / non-binary, sexual / whichever it is, LGBT energy going on. Or you might be just trying to figure things out sexuality card-wise with multiple people around you and seeing which one you would like to deepen your connection with, or who you'd like to pick ultimately. So with this, it seems like you might still be trying to figure out who you would like to choose and pair with. And I get sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, and stalking. So you might be watching their social media, or they might be watching your social media, but it seems like you are going to be researching and observing and seeing who is the best match and fit for you. All right, for those of you guys who have picked this beautiful pink amethyst, for you guys, your love life in October, you're going to be focusing on your finances and career as number one. So in the extended, we're going to look at what other areas are going on in October for you. So you guys might want to pay attention to that because there may be something important in your career that you want to get information about. So definitely focusing on your finances and career. And then I get soulmates and I get intimacy. Now we got the soulmate card with the one where they're spilling their guts and something gets revealed. So I would say if you picked this pile, then I would say that Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, King of Cups action is going to be very important for you. And it says soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner, and intimacy, sexual chemistry, and reminiscing. The reminiscing is also that person from the past that you are moving on from, or that you are trying to have peace about as you progress forward with these others. So it seems like for you that you're going to have a very strong soulmate love. You also might be reminiscing about that one from the past, but it does seem like there is a very strong, beautiful connection awaiting you in October. So there is amazing energy. Also, you could meet or have a work connection with that person that comes in October, or that you connect with in October. So you might meet them through work, or having worked together or work together. Could be an office romance and that energy, or you may even be able to go make projects together to earn some finances. So there is that. For those of you who have picked this beautiful cotton candy pink quartz crystal, I get healing family issues, love spell, and heartbroken. Okay, so for you, I feel like you might be grieving that relationship from the past that didn't work out, and you might be sad and heartbroken or trying to heal your heart in that way. When we go through relationships that break our heart, it can very easily connect to childhood wounds or family wounds, and they can be very connected or enmeshed together. So I would say that this healing your heart, heartbroken energy, you're going to be going through a month of healing in October. Not only are you healing from relationship wounds, but I also feel like you're going to be healing family patterns, intergenerational trauma patterns, and you're going to be healing from childhood wounds here. So you're healing from relationships and you're healing from family dynamics. So there is this. So I would say that you're going to be spending October healing and healing your heart in a very beautiful way. And you're grieving a breakup and you're going through this. It also seems like maybe that relationship reminded you of one or both of your parents in some way, and there is a piece of that to untangle for you as you're doing your healing. I'm also getting love spell, and it says you have been witched. So I would say, now I know that sometimes people like watch these videos and they're all like, oh my gosh, I hope no one's doing black magic. But in this particular case, I just feel like it's like you feel very enchanted. You feel very like this little witch, or you might be enchanting somebody else. So I would say that as you're healing and as you're grieving, that you also are very enchanting and that you are drawing people into your own energy. So there is this. So I would say that for you, you might feel very infatuated or enchanted as you're exploring other options, or your person or people showing up in October might feel that way towards you. So there is that energy. All right. So now if you guys would like to join me for the extended, we are going to focus on everything else in regards to October that might be happening for you, in addition to more insight into romantic love, especially if you pick the second pile about finances and career. There's going to be more about that in the extended. So if you guys would like to join me, you guys are this light pink pumpkin. So I hope you guys join me in the extended. You guys are pile 1, and I will see you guys there. If you guys are not joining me, no worries. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope all of these Halloween series videos are helpful for you. I'll see you there, or in the comments, or in my archives, or in a private reading. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on what is coming up in your love life this October. So I hope you've been enjoying these monthly predictions. You guys have picked a couple of really fun things. Number 1, how fun is this disco ball pumpkin? We are absolutely loving it, at least I do. And you guys picked this very fun, cool pumpkin for your pumpkin today. You guys have also picked the Hocus Pocus Tarot, which is a very fun tarot card deck, very fun and themed. You guys have also I also have picked for you guys this adorbs little ghost because I feel like for you that you are very spiritual and sweet, and I have this for you. I also picked this for another reason. I also picked this because I feel like there is a special angel of somebody that's like your loved one who loves you, who has passed away, who is watching over you. And I feel like this little ghost out of my little figurines from Halloween is a very beautiful representation of one of your loved ones who's around you, who deeply loves you so much. Like, I'm just getting a strong message about like they love you so much, and they're here with you, and during the month of October they will be a guide for you. So I have this also beautiful ghost who is here for you, and I will put this ghost in frame so you can see him all video long. And I've also picked this beautiful crystal for you. This is a beautiful angel aura. Again, an angel energy for you, which is so sparkly and beautiful and lovely. I will put this also in frame for you to help you, bless you during this time. Now I am going to use these cards, and we're going to do a Celtic cross spread. And I'm going to be able to check to see what is coming up for you during the month of October and see where your higher self is guiding you. So that is what the first card is. Where is your higher self guiding you? Then I get more details about this, and I will take reversals for this reading, for the tarot cards for this portion. The card for the past, what has happened in the past to bring you to where you are currently in love. A card for the future, which is basically as October progresses, what will happen during like the middle and end of the month, more as October deepens and continues along. A card for a real warning or reminder, something they really want you to know and keep in mind as you move forward this month. I have for you a conscious mind card. So this card represents your conscious thoughts and your conscious mind, what is going through your mind and in your head during the month of October. This is a romantic card for you, somebody that's showing up for you relationship-wise. Then I have what you want above all else. This card is a wish list card. And then we have another final outcome card, or another longer, deeper into October card. So let us see here for you now, what is coming up in October. All right, so first of all, this card is in reverse. I get that it's, the 8 of lightning. So I get the 8 of lightning, or 8 of swords, and it's in reverse. So your higher self is helping you untangle a situation in your life so that you're going to be able to move forward from anything that has been holding you back, tying you down, maybe cluttering your mind so it's been hard to move forward in love. It seems like any of these mental thoughts that are blocking you in regards to relationships, like worries, fears, a prison of your own making, or trauma, or PTSD, or anything that is scared to get tied into a relationship, like commitment fears, anything in regards to what ifs, worst case scenarios. It's like your higher self is guiding you where you're going to be healing all of that this month. So I love that you're going to be freeing yourself from thoughts that are unhelpful, that have been holding you back when it comes to love and relationships. And then I get the 3 of candles. So this is the 3 of wands. So I love this card. There might be a trip that you're going to be going on. There might be somebody foreign who sweeps into your life that's hot and sexy. This is a beautiful card in regards to planning for the future and having things come in for you, having your ship come in. So that is lovely, actually. So I love this flame. I feel like this is a beautiful, beautiful spark, and that's a lovely energy. Then I get a reverse card, the High Priestess. Okay, and this is Sarah Jessica Parker. So cute. But she is trying to steal souls of kids, which is not, it's less cute. But anyway, High Priestess in reverse. You might be having a hard time trusting your psychic intuition. You might have, and this happens a lot when people go through trauma, when they have PTSD, they might have a hard time getting their own clarity or trusting themselves. They may not know what is fear and what is intuition. Where are they, or where are you being guided versus where are you being warned, being, that kind of thing. So sometimes our worries and anxieties energies, which they are guiding you or helping you to heal this month or to make progress on, is something where you might not know how to trust your intuition because you might not be able to discern your intuition from your emotions, your intuition from your fear-based trauma responses, basically. So you're going to be actually doing a lot of like the inner healing work during the month of October. So there is this. So far, I haven't seen people show up for you, but that does not mean that they won't. This is more like you're really deep diving. You're really doing the inner healing work. And you know what I feel is as October progresses along, we do move deeper into Scorpio energy. And Scorpio energy is a time of doing like really deep psychological healing. And I really feel like you guys are on a spiritual healing path, which is lovely. Then in the past, I get the Magician upright. Okay, Gemini energy. So this Magician shows up and this is lovely. So I do feel like for you that in the past, you've been able to really make some magic happen, make some relationship magic. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Gemini in your past. So there is this energy or this little fun, mischievous energy, this playful, creative energy from your past. Then I get for you in the future as October goes along and deepens, I get the Queen of Potions, which is Queen of Cups, but it's in reverse. You still might have a hard time opening your heart to love or really giving your love freely because you are going through a deep healing phase. You might be like, you know what, Solaris, I think right now I'm just going to take October to do some healing, see what happens later on when I'm more healed, that sort of thing, because the Queen of Cups in reverse is feeling like either you're not sure if you want to invest your heart in somebody, you might be reserved until they prove it to you, or you might feel like, you know what, actually, I feel like I've always been giving in relationships and I have a very hard time receiving because there are strings attached or people may expect things or they're just not givers. I'm the giver and I'm just not used to receiving because people just don't give back to me. And I feel like for you that you're kind of like being on the fence, observing, seeing who's coming in your way because you're not going to be like an excessive giver. You're not going to be like an enabler. You're not going to be somebody this month that is really like giving but not receiving back, not being nurtured or watered back, basically. So I get Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and I get for you, you might be reserving your heart, reserving giving, your nurturing and your heart until somebody proves that they won't be like a black hole with it. All right, then I get for you what they want to warn you about or remind you as you move forward. I get the Ace of Pumpkins in reverse, and they're saying you are being so smart and so wise. They're saying it's okay not to make a tangible, concrete offer to like every person that comes your way. So with this Ace of Pentacles, it seems like your higher self is like, yes, you're very wise. Don't just give your heart to everybody. Don't just offer a blind commitment. You're somebody that needs to be able to have discernment and really pick and choose who you want to be with and who you invest your time in. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse, they're saying very good, pile two, very, very wise. Smart, smart, smart. You are a smart cookie. All right, your conscious thoughts in your conscious mind, how you're viewing October is, I get the Five of Candles in reverse. So for you, you're not wanting to have a conflict. You're not wanting to fight with anyone. You're not wanting to take on unnecessary drama. I feel like for you, this pile, your pile, for the month of October, you are like, this is a drama-free zone. You can just miss me with that energy and you can go somewhere else if you're going to be this kind of way. Because I feel like you're like, I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to repeat a cycle or be a girlfriend or I'm not going to be a partner to somebody that's a taker where I'm giving everything and I'm being depleted. I'm not going to be a partner where I'm going to be in a constant fight with you. This is not a fight or a debate. My heart is not something that is going to be like pulled into a drama or a circus or a conflict. I am somebody that is going to be giving my heart and giving a concrete, tangible offer when I feel like you can prove to me you're trustworthy, you're a good person, you're someone that can give back, you can prove that you're like somebody that has really good respect for me and, you know, respects my standards and is not somebody that is like all excessive drama, arguing, fighting. So you are in a very, very wise space. A relationship showing up for you, I get the Four of Candles in reverse. And I think it's also because maybe the people that are coming your way aren't really relationship material. Because usually the Four of Candles or Four of Wands is like a very good relationship card. But with it in reverse, it's kind of like the people coming your way are not really serious. They're not really, or at least it hasn't grown to something serious in the month of October. It seems like you're like, you know what? I'm going to heal my own traumas, my own PTSD, my own catastrophizing or worst case scenarios, my own like wounds, and I'm not going to be giving my heart into something until they can prove they're great. If all these people coming my way or these people coming my way are not offering me something real and healthy and substantial and tangible, then I don't want any of it. And I don't want anybody that's going to be taking from me, or I don't want anybody that will be like causing drama in my life and like fighting with me all the time for no reason. So I feel like you are reserving your heart for something great, and that honestly, maybe somebody is like, they're not really presenting with committed energy, and that's okay. Or you might be starting to get to date people and get involved with people who can show you that they are good long-term matches, but right now you're kind of like, well, the jury's out on this. So we will see how things go, and I can take things slow and I can get to know them over time. Then I get the Queen of Pumpkins in reverse, which is a Queen of Pentacles. So I'm getting for you that what you really ultimately want above all else is you're like, I ultimately want to be a spouse. I ultimately want to not just be a girlfriend, or I want to be a wife. I don't just want to be a boyfriend, I want to be a husband. So you're feeling like, I don't just want to be a casual dating connection, I want the real thing. And you're saying like, until I can have all these pieces line up, I am not going to be investing my energy. So it seems like what you want above all else is you're wanting to actually not invest your energy. So during the month of October, you might just be really focusing on you and your own self and your own life. You might also feel like, you know what, nobody's really coming around to change my mind and try harder. So I think I'll just focus on my own goals. And then I get the King of Pumpkins, okay, and this is upright. All right, I love it. So, okay, now there's a little bit extra here. So now you do have a major, beautiful potential spouse showing up more towards the middle to end of October, yet you are still like, well, I'm not going to needlessly give my heart to this. So you're going to have like a spouse energy showing up that is absolutely everything you've asked for, and you still might feel like you're not quite ready. And that is all right. It's totally cool that you go at your own pace, that you again observe them and get to know them slowly. It might be that you date them, but you don't open your heart in October, or you don't open your heart just yet. And that is all right. Sometimes they need to just prove it, and they need to earn it, and they need to show you who they are over a period of time, which builds trust. So with this Queen of Cups in reverse, with this King of Pentacles, you might meet this spouse person that's like amazing for you, and you might be like, I'm not opening up to you, buddy. So you might be like that, or you might be like, you know what, I've already poured out all my love onto somebody else that didn't really deserve it, and now I'm depleted, and I need to build up me first. I need to recharge myself first. And you might be like in that energy where you're like, I actually don't want to ultimately invest in anybody right now. I don't want to open up my heart to anybody right now. I know and I see you, and you know, if it's meant to be, we will later. Or it might be that this person shows up, you're not quite in alignment, so that's why you're like, you know what? You're like the perfect person, wrong time. I still need to heal myself. I'm still in the middle of my healing journey. If you want to still get to know me and kind of wait around, we'll see what happens and how this goes, and I can put myself back into alignment. So then you can be this King of Pentacles, and I can pair with you as a divine upright queen. But in the meantime, I still need to really just focus on me and work on myself. So you seem very dedicated to your own healing, spiritual journey during the month of October, which I think is beautiful, and I send you so much congratulations for that. So that is lovely. Now I'm going to go to the next section where I get details about these people. So I want to see this magician from the past that you had connected with before. I want to see this. I really feel like you only have two major energies. You have this King of Pentacles where you could pair with somebody amazing. And then you have this magician from the past who was honestly maybe more of like a Peter Pan energy. The magician is a little more casual, fun, and playful, not really super serious. Maybe you poured out all of your love and energy onto this magician who could never really like make something happen for you, who was magical and witty and fun and like playful, but maybe young and immature in a way, and you're really looking for this major husband type, boyfriend, like major wife type, spouse type, but you're kind of like, well, there is this energy. Basically, it's like you were pouring out your heart onto maybe an immature energy, and now we have the mature energy coming in, and you're trying to heal yourself to be able to be connecting here, but you're still repairing and you're having your healing journey part as well. So let's see. All right, so I want to pull some cards for this. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the Magician to see, and you probably already know this person, but this will give you some more details and me more details. And then we have this husband slash wife slash spouse type with the King of Pentacles. All right. Very, very strong masculine divine energy. I get Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I get other signs that showed up were the High Priestess and Queen of Cups. So those were Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energies. So I'm getting strong earth sign, strong water sign energy. So, and then the Magician was Gemini energy. So there's like a lot of that. So those are some signs that show up strong that I see. So now with this Magician, and I don't take reversals for this. Okay, so it seems like in the past you were involved, this Magician is a long distance relationship that was not monogamous. It was an open relationship, a long distance relationship, or either you consciously made it not monogamous or you found out later it was not monogamous, unfortunately. And if that's the case, then I give you all my love. That sucks. But it does seem like that, yes, there was no commitment, but it was geographically long distance. And this is the Magician from the past, for those of you who have a relationship like this in the past. And I got that it was very, very blocked. I get the obstacles. And even though the Magician is an upright card, I was getting the fact that it was almost acting like it was not upright. It was almost acting like it wasn't totally really in alignment. So I get that it was long distance, probably no commitment, probably fun, lighthearted dynamics without it being serious and grounded and stable. And maybe there were some elements to it that weren't the most healthy. Maybe there were takers. Maybe it was not really giving or nurturing you back. And I get big blocks. So I get either this person had big blocks because this does represent them. So I would say they probably had some major blocks in their psyche or major external blocks, one of which could have been a geography, or it could just have been that like it was just not meant to happen. So there was this. And I do feel like in a way you're maybe healing even from this one still, which is this. But preparing you for this major King of Pentacles energy, I get new love, fun times, and past love. So this person, the reason why I feel like you're not quite opening to this person, even though this is a great match for you and kind of everything that you said that you wanted, is because this one reminds you of the Magician. The reason why you're like, I don't know if I can open up and trust this one, you might be worried, is this person too good to be true? This person says all the right things. Are they love bombing me? This person says all the right things. Are they just trying to paint a fantasy that they know I want? You know, that kind of thing. So this King of Pentacles reminds you so much of your past love. For some of you out there, this might be a past love or somebody that you have liked or loved in the past, somebody you've been interested in that you've met in the past, but maybe it hadn't actualized and now has a second chance. Or it might be just like they're really reminding you of this Magician, really reminding you of this person from the past. And you're like, well, that one wasn't great. So how do I know that you're going to be great? Or that one wasn't great and you remind me so much of this person that now I'm triggered. Or now I am really reminded of someone from the past that hurt me or that wasn't great for me or that was bad for me. And now I am not sure how to tell the differences between you and this other one, and I just don't know if I feel safe getting emotionally close to this person, even though this one seems great, because they remind me so much of the one from the past that I just don't even know if I can trust you or open up to it, and I can't trust where my intuition is guiding me. It's like that High Priestess is in reverse, and you're like, I don't even know if I can get close to you or should, if you remind me so much of this other one, because what if you really are like this other one? So maybe they have the same job or they have the same name or they have the same looks or something. It's like there's something that's like uncannily similar where you're like, wow, that's like so close for comfort, which is obviously part of the draw and obviously part of the worry. But I do get that, and I feel like part of the thing that's similar is this King of Pentacles is responsible and morally integrity. They have moral integrity, but I get that they are also really, really fun and lighthearted. And I think you're like, well, I've dated the fun one. I've dated the fun, lighthearted one, and they never wanted a commitment. They wanted not monogamy. They wanted maybe polyamory, or they were cheating on me, or they wanted other people, or they never wanted to commit to me, or they had like a big block because they were like a Peter Pan and never wanted to settle down. And you're like, I've dated you. I've dated 5 of you. What makes you different? So I feel like that there's a lot of similarity in their fun, happy, lighthearted vibes, but they are commitment oriented or commitment minded, but you're not going to trust it in the beginning because they remind you so much of someone from the past, this one, and you're like, I just don't know, Solaris. That like freaks me out. And then I get new love. So it's a new love. It's a new person most likely. For some of you, it's the past one coming back. And maybe they were a magician before, but now they've grown and evolved and healed and they are the King of Pentacles. And you're like, I don't know if they've changed. They're saying they've changed. They say they love me. They say they want marriage now or a commitment now, but I don't know if I can trust them. Do people really change? And you're kind of going through all of this dynamic, all this energy. All right. Now I'm going to see what else, my darling. I'm going to see if you have a person. If you have a person, I'm going to use my Let's Fall in Love Oracle, and we're going to look at it, and we're going to see if you do have a person, what is your dynamic with this person in October? And if you don't have a person, no worries. You can just skip to the next part, or you can just watch through, because maybe this person will come back in October and you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even have a person, but now I do. And this now applies. And you can always rewatch these videos if you feel like, well, I don't know if it lines up. And then it happens. And then you're like, hold on, let me go back. What did Solaris say? So there's this. All right, guys. So let's fall in love Oracle for your person. I'm going to pull 8 cards. What is it going to be like for you, pile 2, between you and your person during the month of October if you have a person? All right, let's fall in love. Too many burdens to carry. Yes, so your person also might be, if they're the King of Pentacles, they might have like so much burdens, responsibility, and obligations. You might have a hard time trusting it because you might be like, they're saying they're always busy, they're always working. But is that true, or are they cheating on me? Like you might have worries because of somebody from the past who did this. And if they have the same lines or the same things, especially if they are a past person coming back saying they've changed but saying the same things, that might be really triggering for you. So you may need to, like you're going to go slow, not opening your heart, not giving them a commitment, not really opening up, but letting them kind of show you and prove themselves. So this person might be very, very busy. I'm also getting, I'm not sure if I can trust your intentions. That's literally exactly that. So you're like, I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if you are honest with me. I don't know who you really are. I need to get to know you. I need you to show me over time consistently and not like go back on it or change your mind or that kind of thing. Then I get, ooh, you've got me under your spell, but baby, you are intrigued. You are captivated though. You are like, oh, but you're so attractive, so you might be wrestling with that energy. And so there is this. And it's so funny with that 5 of Wands in reverse, because you're like, I'm not even wanting this internal conflict. I am not even wanting this drama. But you might be like, oh, I'm so attracted to this person. And yet at the same time, I don't know, all of my triggers are being triggered. Can't be trusted. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're so scared. I feel like you're really rebuilding the trust. Now, obviously, I don't want to say that every person watching this pile is going to have a trustworthy person. So you definitely have to use your wisdom and discernment. I feel like most of you watching will have one that is trustworthy, especially because the King of Pentacles is usually good and it's showing up with those good cards. But I also get too how you're going to need them to really like show you. And I like your wisdom and discernment and, stay in that logic. I think that's wise. I think that's good. So you're like, I don't know if I can trust your intentions. I don't know, maybe you can't be trusted, but I am infatuated with you and I'm very attracted to you, but you are also very, very busy. So we'll see how this plays out is basically how you'll feel. Let's indulge in one another. I feel like that's your person coming in, being like, well, let's just have fun then. If you're not ready for something serious, we can just have fun. We can just get to know each other for fun. But then that's going to trigger you too, because then you're going to be like, see, I knew it. I knew you didn't want something real and serious. So I would just caution you that if that's kind of like what you jump to, that maybe that's something to maybe suspend and pause that for now. And maybe that's them trying to respect your boundaries or your pace and not wanting to have something superficial with you, but just wanting to not trigger you, but it might trigger you anyway. So there is that. So I do feel like that your person's like, oh my gosh, let's indulge in one another. And it's going to be tempting because you're going to be like, ooh, that's nice. I'm not ready to face you. You're not ready. And you know what, baby? It's totally cool. You also might be like, I'm just not even ready. I don't even want somebody to come in, but I'm watching this video out of curiosity, seeing if there actually will be somebody. What can I prepare myself for? is going to come my way. And then you're all like, oh my goodness, there is this attractive person, but I'm not even ready. So you might also, this pile might be a little premature, where you're like, you know what? I've thought about dating again, but I don't know if I'm ready. I'm going through a major healing cycle. I've gone through like a major grief or loss, a major relationship end, and I don't know if I'm really, really emotionally available. But I'd like to work on myself and heal that and see if I can get to being that. And so even when this person's like, let's do something serious, you're like, I don't know. And if they're like, well, we could just think casual, and then you're like, well, I really don't know. So, and you're like, I'm not sure about that. I need to spend some time on my own. Yeah. So you might also feel like, you know what? I still don't know if I'm really quite ready. Maybe come back to me in a few months and see what happens, you know? So you might be like, let me just focus on myself and my healing cycle. I need some time alone. I don't know if I can get to know you or get close to you or let you get close to me. And then gaining wisdom from experience, because you're so wise. You're like, I don't know, I have so much wisdom, and I just feel like I really need to just keep observing and use my discernment and really like see what happens. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening and going on for you, my darling. All right. So let's see, my darling, what is your final message? So I have Romance Angels, I have Cosmic Insights, and Situation Love Oracle. So I'm going to shuffle these lovelies, and we're going to pull 3 cards, and you're going to pick your pile. This will be interactive, and you're going to see what is coming up in your love life this October. What can you expect? So we got these. All right, and then we have this one. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3. All right, so first crystal for pile 1, I got this beautiful quartz. Second crystal for pile 2, I have this beautiful fluorite pyramid. And for pile 3, I have another beautiful angel aura. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, or 3. And you can pause the video if you need more time to decide which pile is yours. Pick one pile because that's going to be the most clear, and unpause the video whenever you're ready. All right, guys, so for those of you who've watched my video before, this is a time where I have to run through this real fast. I feel bad about you guys having to watch it every time, but I have to say it, so I'll do it real quick. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for your likes and your comments. Thank you guys so much for sharing on social media and telling your friends. And thank you for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they play on the background on silent, especially if they annoy you. After 30 seconds, you can return back to the video and get credit after 30 seconds, and that helps build the channel. And also thank you guys so much for the donations that you guys have made to the channel. If you guys want to make a donation, you can go to the description box. My PayPal and Venmo is in there, and my super thanks button is here too as well, and you can make a donation to the channel. It helps me invest in and buy cute things like this adorable pumpkin and different crystals and decks for you. And if you guys have not subscribed, I want to invite you and welcome you to the channel, so feel free to subscribe. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm having a fun little Halloween series. This is video 3 out of 8, so I hope all of these videos have been helping you guys, and if you haven't seen the first 2, I highly recommend you guys watch the first 2, and I have a lot of videos coming up that are fun and themed, which is great. So hopefully you guys stick around. Also, I am giving private readings at this time, so if you want a private reading, my website is fairyastrology.com, and the link is in the description box. I offer readings in 15-minute intervals over the phone or over video call to wherever you are in the world, and I can channel about your love life or anything else. So if you would like my help, I am here for you, and I use tarot, astrology, and oracle cards to channel for you. All right, so for those of you who have picked this beautiful quartz, your love life in October, I get you are so set on having love, commitment, and kids. So you are ready for the whole package. And I do feel that in October, you will be meeting somebody or connecting with someone who ticks all of these boxes, who fit every description of this. And you're like, nah, the jury is out. I don't know. Let me see what you do. So I do get the card love. So I do feel like there is somebody that you could fall in love with in October. And it says unconditional love, self-love and wholeness. You are self-healing, affection and attraction, and selflessness. So you definitely are healing, and there is somebody romantically you could fall in love with. And then I get commitment. You are wanting a commitment, and there's definitely somebody you can have a commitment with. I do feel like this situation would like to have something very serious with you. And I get children, somebody that you could have kids with, or you may have kids, or they may have kids, and you may be talking about blending families, or you guys are going to be discussing if you want children, but I feel like you do, and I feel like you're wanting like love, kids, marriage. So I feel like that is what you get to have in October, the beginnings of that, or the middle stage of that. For those of you who have picked this beautiful, beautiful fluorite pyramid, your October with your person will be, I get codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So you might have had a situation in the past where there's been a codependent relationship or an addiction. Either you or your person may have had this, and so you've been healing from relationships like that or stages in your life like that. So for you, you are looking to avoid anything codependent, but there may be something that reminds you of that. I feel like you are moving on beyond the codependency. I get moving, and it says change of residence or moving in with your partner. There will be an opportunity where either you or your person move or change residences so that you guys can date easier, and that there's somebody that you're meeting that they might be going through a move, or you might be going through a move, so that you guys can really deepen your connection. And I love that you guys are moving beyond a state of codependency, beyond a state of addiction or healing from addicted partners or healing from an addiction in yourself. And then I get ascending. So again, moving beyond this, ascending beyond this. And I do feel like your love life is going to a higher level of commitment, to a higher level. And it says learning and expansion, transcending, preparing for union and new phase. I do feel like you are preparing for union, and so is the person that you're meeting in October. And I do feel like you guys are going to the next level. And then finally, for those of you who have picked this beautiful angel aura, your love life in October is express your love, distance, and backstabbing. Okay, so for you, you are going through a learning lesson about reopening your heart after getting backstabbed, most likely by this long distance relationship. So it says heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, and shocking attack. So you have gone through betrayal, backstabbing, cheating. You've gone through the ringer, my sweet love. So you've gone through a lot of difficult times. And I get distance. That might be why you've distanced yourself from people or from love, or from relationships, or it might have been that geographic long distance relationship where it was very difficult for you and broke your heart. And then I get express your love. So you are learning about reopening your heart to love. You're learning about reopening and expressing your love to people that earn it and that deserve it and are worthy of it. And it says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if during the month of October you are wanting to make a romantic gesture to someone that is trying to be loving and reliable for you, then this might be good advice for you. All right, so that is what I have for you, my sweet pile 2. For those of you who would like to go to the extended and would like to know all about what else is happening in October for you in your love life and in every other area, you guys can feel free to go down to the description box now. Your pile 2, you are the disco ball pumpkin in silver. And I will see you guys there. And if you are not joining me, no worries. I will see you guys next time in another video, in the comments, in a private reading, in my future Halloween videos, or my past archived Halloween videos. And I will see you guys later, or I'll see you in a private reading. See you later, guys. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on October. What is coming up in your love life this October? I am so glad you guys are here with me. You guys have picked some magical items. I kind of loved filming your pile in the intro because it kind of reminded me of like Blair Witch, kind of spooky energy, which I loved, but also super glam energy, which I love. You might be a combination of like glam rock and roll with this hot pink pumpkin, but with a little edge. So I am loving this for you. I love that you guys have picked this little pink glittery disco ball. Loving it, pumpkin. I do have this here. I will put this in frame for you so you can see it. It does show up as a little red on camera, but technically it is a bright fuchsia, kind of like my dress actually. To match, I have a very sexy tarot card deck. I absolutely love this one. This Trick or Treat one is a new one that I got this year. It's my absolute favorite. It's very cool. It's an oracle deck technically, but each card does correlate to the tarot. So you'll be able to see some tie-in. As I channel for you with this deck, you'll see some tie-ins together. But what I love about this is it's so adorably cute. So I'm going to be using this to channel for you. Also, I kind of feel like you might have a little bit of a roster this month, my sexy pile 3, because I was going through my little Halloween figurines and I actually could not choose between these two sexy, handsome, little, beautiful loves for you. So I do get couple energy, so I'm definitely getting that. I am getting for you this sexy little pumpkin head, Jack Skellington. So we got a little pumpkin action, but then we've also got this little zombie slash Frankenstein slash vampire zombie guy. So I feel like you may have a couple of people vying for your attention. You might be coupled off, or you might have these two energies duking it out over you. Okay, I'm going to put them in frame for you so you can see it. We will see who does show up in your cards to see who might be coming in for you. All right, I also have for you guys this beautiful little edgy, gorgeous titanium quartz, which I'm also going to be putting in frame for you so you can see it as well. All right, I'm going to start off with a Celtic cross spread because I want to see what is coming up in your life in October for love. All right, the first card will represent your higher self. Now, normally with this oracle deck, I would blend it with a traditional tarot, but I want to see what comes up with this. All right, and I will take reversals. All right. Okay. All right, you, my sweet darling, are coming up to a crossroads in your life where you have to make a decision and make a choice about which way you want to go. Your higher self is guiding you to make this choice. I do feel like you will be receiving guidance from your higher self, but I do feel like you're going to have to pick between two paths. Now, it might be two of these divine masculines that show up that you're picking between, but I do feel like you do have a major crossroads in your life and you're going to have to pick the direction of your life. This crossroads connects to waiting game. All right, so you have to make a decision if you want to wait for something that's important to you, or if you want to move forward or move on. So I get that you are going to be coming up to a crossroads where your higher self is going to be making a decision either on your behalf or kind of creating a situation to happen where you have to make a choice. I feel like something that's maybe been going on ongoing, or that has been kind of maybe if you've been overstaying a connection. I get that you've been waiting for something to happen in this connection, or you've been waiting for a person to come forward for you. It seems like that you're going to be making a decision now about this, especially if you have a person. And I get King of Coins. Okay, so maybe you have been waiting for this King of Coins. This is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy, or you are this. And so you've been waiting for this King of Coins. Maybe you've been waiting to see what this guy will do. But seriously, check this out. And I did not even think about this at the time. Look at it. It's the same. It's the green Frankenstein. You can even see the little plugs on the side of the head. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is this one. So I love this. And look at this one. This guy has the pumpkin on it. Oh, look, the pumpkin and the, wow, that's actually like a crazy synchronicity. That's awesome. Okay, maybe your higher self is really, really holding out for this one, because I'm getting literally the pumpkin and the Frankenstein. And that's actually excessively interesting. Like, wow, look at this, you guys. That's crazy. Okay, we're looking deeper into this. I'm even going to let your little guys here babysit this card, because you are meant to have some information about this. Okay, your higher self has been waiting for this one. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Treat yourself in the past, my sweet darling. You have been treating yourself. You have been a pampered princess. You have been absolutely dolling it up. I'm loving that you've been doing this. congratulations. I am a big believer in self-care. Treat yourself. You've been treating yourself. That has been fantastic. So while you have been waiting, because I get these little ghosts that kind of go together. While you have been waiting, you have been sitting pretty, treating yourself, being in your Empress energy, just attracting and luxuriating, waiting for this King of Pentacles to come forward. All right, so you've been treating yourself, having a good old time. And maybe that's where they're like, all right, but how long are you going to be waiting, eating chocolate bonbons? So they're like, how long are you going to be in the spa? You know what? We might need to get the show on the road, actually. Okay. Then I get Queen of Hearts in the future. Okay, so these cards represent the future. When it comes to monthly predictions, this will boil down to what happens as October continues along and, progresses and deepens. So mid-October, end of October. So I am getting that you are just coming into your Queen of Hearts happy energy, which is because of all the pampering. We love self-care. With a lot of self-care, it leads to your filled up heart, your filled up heart, your filled up cup. So you are filling up your cup and then you can fill up somebody else's. Also, you might have been really good at asserting your needs, because I have a friend who says a closed mouth never gets fed. So you may be feeding yourself and treating yourself, and now you are the happiest Queen of Hearts, which is great. Because, I do take reversals for this part, and all these cards have been upright so far. What they want to remind you about as you move forward, I get abandonment. Okay, so this is Five of Pentacles energy. So for you, my sweetest heart, you may have a fear of abandonment. You might feel like, you know what, I am overly loyal to this King of Pentacles. I don't want to abandon him. You also might find, yourself, because you're waiting around, you might also wonder if you're waiting and waiting and waiting. You might be wondering, have they abandoned me? Have they given up on me and on this connection? Has my King of Coins, are they even coming? So for you, I would say that what they want you to do is to comfort yourself through any fears of abandonment that might come up, any fears of abandonment that might be triggered from the past or wounds of abandonment. So there is this. So what's interesting is, so I have 6 little Halloween figurines. I have one figurine that I did not pick, and each pile gets one figurine, and you guys got 2 of them. Ironic how it comes together in the same card, and you guys got that as your major masculine energy person that shows up, or that's present in the reading. The one I did not pick, the one I abandoned, that I did not put for any other card deck, is actually this little mummy here. I actually did not pick this one. So there might be somebody during the month of October that you actually do walk away from, or that you might feel guilty. You might feel like you're abandoning them, and you might feel guilty. The good news is something a therapist said to me once, which will always help me whenever I was trying to break codependent patterns, is adults cannot abandon other adults. Adults can only abandon children. And so you can't actually, I guess a dependent adult is different. Somebody like, let's say with a medical dependency, there is an abandonment issue, yes, that can happen. If you're like a medical caregiver, even then, like somebody in severe addiction or in severe mental illness, even then, I would say there are solutions to that. So there are other professionals more trained and better equipped than you to handle it, let's say. So an adult cannot abandon another adult. So there is this, because adults can take care of themselves and kids cannot. So with abandonment, you might feel guilty leaving a romantic relationship and feel like you're abandoning them emotionally. But really, you're meant to, and this is where the reminder is, you're just meant to not self-abandon. You're meant to just honor yourself. And you've been doing such a good job on it. You have been on a roll, my darling, with treating yourself. They're just wanting you to continue with this. And also, if you have struggled with, you know what, I can treat myself with a gift from the store, but I can't really honor my own wants or needs in a romantic relationship, you are not alone. I would say that that might be a piece to this that you might be working through during the month of October. Okay, then I get your conscious mind. It's transformation and death card. You might be wanting to end a connection, and you might be thinking about ending a situation. This is a Scorpio energy. You might be thinking about wanting to leave and You might be processing or wrestling with or dealing with your guilt in regards to leaving a situation. So I get the change and transformation card. You're really wanting a change. You're really wanting things to be different. You're really wanting to end something. Maybe you're wanting to end an emotional attachment to somebody that hasn't come forward for you. Maybe you're wanting to let go of a fantasy of something, or let go of something once and for all. Or maybe you're wanting to leave a relationship that you've been entangled in that's not working for you anymore. But I do get the change and transformation card. This is the death card in tarot. You can see there's this little gravestone there. So I feel like, and little Grim Reaper. So I feel like there may be a habit or a romantic habit that you're wanting to cut out or stop doing. Or maybe you're wanting to switch hands or change relationships. So there is this. Then I get for you determination. This is a romantic partner card that comes your way. So it seems like there's going to be somebody that is very determined to be with you. So it seems like they have determination to come forward and come in for you. You may be thinking about, at this crossroads, who do you want to pair with? Is there somebody you want to break up with? Is there somebody you want to end a cycle with? Do you just want to end a habit? You're thinking, I'm waiting for this one. How long am I going to be waiting? There is this person that shows up, which could be the person you're with, a new person, or one you're waiting for. We'll get more details. But I get that there is somebody in your life that is determined to come forward for you. And what I love about this is this pumpkin, your pink little pretty pumpkin, is Cinderella's carriage. So you might be waiting for your Prince Charming to come forward for you. So I feel, with the Chariot card, that you are definitely, which to me looks like the Chariot, that you are definitely waiting for somebody, or that it seems to me that this person is definitely very determined to progress things forward with you, which may or may not be to your liking. All right. Then I get Leap of Faith, but in reverse. Okay, I'm realizing actually that a lot of these cards I've probably switched around. I'm going to keep it the way I have it here because this is what I've been channeling and what my intuition has been guiding me to do. But I have been realizing I haven't been taking them in reverse when they need to be, but this one did show up as a reverse card. It might be that what you want above all else is maybe it's scary for you to think about taking a leap of faith. So I get for you that you're holding your pretty little pink pumpkin here. I'll show you upright so you can see it. That you're holding your pretty little pink pumpkin, that you are wanting, or actually in this case, not wanting to take a leap of faith. This is the Fool. You're not wanting to be foolish. You're not wanting to take a risk or dive into something that's maybe not secure, that's maybe not emotionally secure, maybe not committed, maybe not financially secure, that you're wanting to have your security and you're wanting to feel safe. You might have had situations in your life where you haven't felt safe, and you're wanting to make sure now in the month of October that whatever happens, you'll be all right. You'll be taken care of. What I do love about this card, even though it is in reverse, I do want to show you this card with this one. In the past, you've been treating yourself, and look at how this is the same character for Leap of Faith that is in the Treat Yourself card. The same pink pumpkin, the same pretty little pink ghost bow on the hair. I feel like this is a beautiful energy, and I feel like for you that you're like, part of treating myself well is not taking risks that are bad or dangerous or emotionally, not the best. We're not sure about that. So part of treating yourself, and it might be that like you're like, I need to keep treating myself well. I need to keep being financially provided for. I don't want to take a leap of faith on somebody that may not be pentacles, that may not be coins, or might be a man with money or a guy with money. All right, and now the final card, Tradition. This is the Hierophant. Okay, so I am loving this. So as October deepens and progresses along, I get the marriage card or the very strong relationship card. I get a really happy pairing, maybe a pair together. I'm not actually getting too much competition energy, actually. I feel like this could be you and your person. And that maybe you're the little pumpkin, the sweet little pumpkin, and maybe your person is this little vampire, zombie, Frankenstein person. So I am actually getting a divine pair for as October progresses. So you might be in like a really beautiful energy here. I feel like if anything, you might be wanting to leave something existing for somebody new and having a struggle with, do I leave financial security or long-term commitment security for somebody new? But I would say, and that might be what you're waiting for, or you were waiting to make that choice, or waiting to see if this person would come forward for you or give you the amount of security that you're used to or need, because I'm getting Queen of Hearts and I'm getting Tradition. So Queen of Cups and Hierophant. So I'm getting water sign energy with Taurus energy. So I'm getting Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, Scorpio energy with transformation, Chariot, Cancer energy here. So I'm getting a lot of water sign, a lot of earth sign energy here. So there is this here. So I love these two together. Your higher self is wanting you to make some choices. Let's get some more information. All right, so now I'm going to borrow this back. We're going to get more details on this King of Coins. We're going to get more details on what is this crossroads that you've been waiting for. I'm going to get who this sweetheart is. So we're going to get this Queen of Cups Hierophant partnership. More details. I'm going to pair this together. I'm going to do more information on this Crossroads waiting game situation for you, and more information on this King of Coins energy for you. All right, so I have a Mira's Love Oracle, and I'm going to pull cards to give clarifiers, details, descriptors to these energies so that you can recognize them in October. So, and you may know these people. This may just be confirmation for you. But if you're not sure, if let's say you're waiting for this person to come in, this could help you if let's say this is a new person you don't know yet that comes in October who you haven't met. 3 cards for who is this King of Coins? Who is this King of Coins with this little man here? You are this lovely pumpkin, apparently. Who is this lovely Hierophant that pairs with your Queen of Hearts? And who have you been waiting for that you are now at a crossroads about? All right, King of Coins. First, we're going to look at who is this guy here for you. All right, I get Family, Wallflower, and Dark Male. Okay, so I would say that this King of Coins is somebody with dark hair, dark eyes. This could be somebody with tan skin or mixed race. This could be somebody with darker skin. It seems like this sexy, sexy gentleman is somebody who would love to come forward for you as the King of Coins. Then I get that this person has a family, and it makes sense with King of Pentacles. And I would say that this person has a family, and you might be trying to figure out, can you integrate into their family dynamic? I get the Wallflower, so maybe you haven't been quite sure if you want to enter into this dynamic with this person who has a family. I get the Wallflower. It might also be, I do feel like this is more you. It also might be, let's say this person is in a situation already. Let's say they're already existingly married. That might be that you're waiting for them to leave their partner for you. It might be that they're giving you promises that they will leave and you're wondering when that will be. It might be that this person is or connected to their family and they might not have as much time for you, and that's why you've been waiting. It might be that you're like, you know what, I can't get involved with this person I have a strong connection with because they're married with a family, so I'm just going to, focus on myself and my own life and wait and see if this person comes forward. So there is this. So it seems like you've been waiting for this person who has kids. An additional message is your person also might look like this guy right here, and that their kids look like this, or you look like this and he looks like that. So there is that energy. So they also, in addition to the dark hair, dark-eyed, dark-skinned, dark masculine, I am also getting he could have Caucasian skin with blue-green eyes and with brown hair or spiky hair energy. He might have kids who are 2 blonde daughters. There is this, or he might have a wife that used to be blonde, or a wife that is blonde or redhead or strawberry blonde with a daughter, or that it might be, I was going to say it might be this female here, but then I'm like, no, that's not true. I get King of Coins. This is a man. So there is this. And then I get that you are this. So you might be a brunette female. You might look different than maybe the wife looked, or maybe you look different than this girlfriend looks. Or it might be that these are just 2 daughters with this single father, and you look like this sexy girl. Okay. Now, that's the King of Pentacles. That is who you are waiting for. It also might be that this guy is single and available, a single dad of 2, and that is coming forward for you. That looks like either that Caucasian version or that dark-skinned version, and that you are waiting for this person, or that this person is very busy with his family and so doesn't have a lot of time for you and you're waiting around a lot. Or you're like, when is this person going to be free to take me on a date? And you're just kind of like, I've been waiting all day, you know, that kind of thing. For this Queen of Hearts tradition, this, again, Taurus energy is the strongest zodiac sign I'm getting. So this Hierophant that pairs with your Queen of Cups, love triangle energy, you may be a brunette female here that looks like this Queen of Hearts, that you might be somebody choosing between two masculines. This is another situation that could arise for you, since there are a lot of people watching, that one of these masculines looks like this guy. Another one of these masculines looks like this guy. So you might have a competition on your hand between two energies, that one of them is brunette, one of them is blonde or redhead, and you're picking between two people. You also might look like this blonde beauty here. All right. And I get true gem. I get that this person values you. They see you as their Queen of Love, their Queen of Hearts, their Queen of Cups, and that you know that this person is like a really good person and they see you as a gem. They might give you a gem. So that is fun. Okay. Because Hierophant is marriage and true gem could be wedding ring. Who are you waiting for? Who is this person that your higher self is like, you're going to need to shit or get off the pot soon, my sweet darling? Let's see. Who are you waiting for? Queenie. Ice King, passion and past life. You are waiting for this sexy, muscular, silver fox stallion. Very tall, very broad, very sexy. You are waiting for your Viking energy to come forward for you. You are waiting for somebody maybe from a cold country, cold climate. Maybe somebody that lives in snow and ice. This Ice King, this person, maybe they are used to having like big energy. I get lion next to this masculine warrior energy. So I also get maybe Leo energy here. You might be waiting for Leo, or it might just be that this like sexy bearded, sexy stallion stud is the person you are waiting for. You're waiting for this king. And maybe this is also another descriptor of your King of Coins. Somebody you have a ton of passion with. Again, they might have that dark hair, dark eyes, you know, masculine energy with, I'm getting actually that in this card, it doesn't show up on the camera very well, but there is darker skin in this card as well. And I'm getting that you also might be two brunettes. So there is this. But this Ice King, you have tons of sexy passion with. And I get that you have a lot of past life energy. If you're connecting to somebody that you sense their energy is somebody in the 5D that you've had past lives with, and you're wondering when this person will come forward for you, when you'll meet them for the first time, that might happen in October. Or your higher self might think like, you know, you've been waiting for this one, you've been sensing for a long time. What do you want to do about this? Do you want to keep waiting? Do you want us to bring in an additional person or like a distraction? Or do you want us to bring in another spouse that could be great for you instead if this other person's unavailable? But your higher self will make some choices for you in October, and you will be making some choices yourself. And I do feel like there's some strong past life energy. Okay, so that is some energy that I have for you in regards to those energies. Now, if you have a person, I do have Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So think of a person in your heart. Maybe it's the King of Pentacles. But think of a person in your heart, and I'm going to see 8 cards in regards to what is your connection going to be like with this person during the month of October. So if you have a person, let's see your dynamics together. All right. So it says ignoring the warning signs. So you or your person might be ignoring some red flags or ignoring some warning signs or ignoring maybe challenging external obstacles and situations. Because I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I understand that that's an issue. That can be a very difficult roadblock. Well, anyways, I'm going to go out with my person at 8 o'clock, you know? So I feel like there's a lot of ignoring the warning signs that you guys are going through. I see forever in your eyes. Yeah, you're like, I don't care. Whatever obstacles we have to overcome, I will do so. I see forever in their eyes. I feel like we're meant to be together. This person is my future spouse. I get Hierophant. I get King of Pentacles. I get Queen of Cups. Like, this is a forever love, sweetheart. So I get that, like, you're like, you know what? I see forever with them. I'm going to ignore the warning signs. They're ignoring the warning signs too. We're jumping forward anyways. We feel like we're meant to be. We will figure it all out later. We will make it through the storm. We will ignore the warning signs and we will make it through the storm. We will jump forward anyways and we will just progress forward. So there is that. Then I get you stand apart from the rest. You are the pretty pumpkin. I feel like that your person feels that you are the prettiest pumpkin in the whole pumpkin patch. So they definitely feel like you are incredible and amazing. And I feel like your person is just as dedicated as you to work through any obstacle or any challenging situation that might arise. It says, you've sparked my interest. You're thinking, oh, I am so interested in you. I am infatuated. I am obsessed with you. You have sparked my interest and captivated me. I almost feel like I'm hearing that line, like, you have bewitched me. You know, that's that line I think Mr. Darcy says. So it's almost kind of like, you have bewitched me, mind, body, and soul, or something like that, he says. I feel like that's how you might feel about your person. Or there might be like a Mr. Darcy connection or reference in this vibe. I've pictured having a family with you, yes. So if your person has a family, if your person has kids, or if you want to have kids with them, I feel like that, yes, there is a family dynamic going on with your person. And it seems like you guys are thinking about, can you guys have a family together or raise a family together? What would that look like? And then I get cozying up to one another. I get a lot of snuggling, cozy fireplace kissing time in the month of October. I don't feel like you guys are in separation. For some of you, you might be waiting for this person, or you might be waiting to make a choice. For others of you, I feel like they are physically in your energy. And I feel like you guys can see each other in person, and I feel like there's a lot of snuggling, cozying up time. I feel like you both feel like, you know what, this could be a bad idea, but we don't care. And then I get, let's keep things between us. All right, you might have to be keeping things on the down low for right now. It might be that you're keeping things private or secretive, or maybe your person wants to keep things secretive, especially if there are kids involved or a family dynamic. So yeah, it seems like that there is definitely some discreet energy going on, and maybe some like secret sneaking away to like snuggle with each other and canoodle with each other, that kind of energy. So it seems like October is like a warm fire. So I love this for you guys, because I get that it's like, I don't want to say there's not fireworks. I feel like there are, but I feel like the fireworks are more of like a stable, cozy fire in the fireplace fire than like a chaotic, the tower fire. I feel like it's a warm, beautiful vibe though. I love this for you. All right, guys, so I have your final message before I go to the extended, which I hope you guys will join me for. Today, it's going to be about what else is coming up for you during the month of October in all other areas in addition to romantic love. So romantic love can sometimes peek in its little head, but also other areas as well. So definitely feel free to join me in the extended if you want to. I'm, for your final message, pulling 3 piles. In each one of these situations, I'm going to be layering different situations for what your love life will be like in October for this final interactive piece of your reading. So I have 3 romance angels, 3 situation love oracle cards, and 3 cosmic insights. Oh, this one has 2. I will take them both. All right, so if you guys are drawn to pile 1, then feel free to pick this beautiful sparkly chandelier. If you guys are picking pile 2, feel free to pick this sexy, dark, smoky quartz. If you guys are picking pile 3 and you need a little lighthearted love action, feel free to pick this beautiful rose quartz. So feel free to pick between these 3 piles. I would recommend picking 1, but if you have more than one person, you may want to pick 2 or 3. So this is what I have for you guys. Pause the video if you need more time to pick your pile, and unpause whenever you're ready. All right, guys. So for you guys, So I know that I say this spiel a lot at the end of my videos, but I have to say it every time, and I'll try to race through it so it doesn't take up too much of your time. But first of all, thank you for all of your likes and your comments. Thank you guys for sharing on social media and telling your friends. Thank you guys for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they play on silent in the background so they don't annoy you. After 30 seconds, press skip, come back to the video. I keep channeling for you. And thank you for the donations you guys have made to the channel. It helps me buy really fun disco ball pumpkins like these, crystals, card decks, cute little Halloween figurines, all that stuff. You guys can donate to the channel using my super thanks button, or you can go to the description box and my PayPal and my Venmo are in there. And I just appreciate you guys for giving me tips for these readings. You guys are the best. Also, if you have not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. It is lovely here. This is my 3rd video in my 8-video Halloween series. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these Halloween themed ones and will watch all of my videos, and I hope they all help you out in regards to your love life. So I have a few more coming. Feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get messages of when I release all new videos. And I have been doing it every Friday, so I'm kind of trying to stick with the Friday vibe. So hopefully you guys will stick around. And I'm also giving private readings at this time. Fairyastrology.com is my website. The link is in the description box. I give readings in 15-minute intervals, pricing each every 15 minutes. Over the phone or video call, I can channel anything you want to know about, and I use tarot, astrology, and oracle to help you. So let me know if you want my help, and I'm here for you. All right, guys. So for those of you who have picked pile 1 with this beautiful chandelier, sparkly love energy, your love life in October, calling in your soulmate. You guys are going to be bringing in your soulmate love energy, and that is amazing. So you absolutely will have soulmate love in October. Very passionate soulmate. I get the chaser. Ooh, so they will be chasing you. That is fantastic. So you're going to be calling in your soulmate, and they will be chasing you. I love this energy. Very strong passion. I get date night and move on. This is your crossroads, my darling. So on one hand, this sexy energy is coming in with whining and dining you. Date night sexy times. I'm loving the cozy by the fire energy vibes. So date night sexiness. As well as you might need to make a decision to see, is this person available or are they a waste of your time? So I get move on, someone is unavailable, a waste of your time. If they don't come in and chase you, you might be, this is the crossroads where you're deciding how long do I want to wait for this person to come in and chase me. But I do feel like they are going to chase you. And then maybe you also have to make a decision in regards to maybe warning signs. Is this person a good energy for you, or are there too many red flags? All right. Then I get this smoky quartz energy for pile 2. I get that your October is true love. I get this is the romance of a lifetime. So I get that there is a true love energy for you that's passionate and beautiful and romantic and amazing. I feel like for you, your crossroads is if there's somebody else in your life, they might be a narcissist. I get the golden mirror, and it says love bombing. It says self-absorbed, one-sided. So you might have your crossroads that your higher self is guiding you to, is to guide you to the true love romance of a lifetime. And maybe there's a narcissist or a love bomber that you're leaving behind. So there is this, because I get let go, and it says make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. So it seems like if you have to choose between two, that you're letting go of a narcissist for true love in October. So that's amazing. So loving that energy for you. And for those of you who have picked this pretty, pretty pink rose quartz crystal, your love life in October, I get release your ex. Okay, so this is an additional kind of specific message for some of you watching. So I get release your ex. I am getting key on a ring, many options. Either your ex has treated you like an option and my queen is not an option, or you have many, many options, my darling. You do not need to be holding on to this ex. And it says unconventional one-night stand string along. There is an opportunity for you to have a one-night stand, maybe with your ex in October. Also, it seems like this might be an opportunity for you to have an unconventional message. Also, you might feel strung along and you're like, okay, I want something more real. Maybe my ex is just toying with me and I don't need that energy in October. And I get pregnancy. Someone is expecting. So if your ex got somebody pregnant, you may be moving on to other options. If for whatever reason you are wanting to get pregnant, you might be moving on. You might be pregnant with your ex. So there may be that. So I would say this is a very specific pile. If this doesn't resonate with you, it might be one of these. But that message is specific for those of you watching where this is a very important message for you. So that is what I have for you guys. Now I am going to go to the extended. So if you guys would like to join me, you guys can go to the extended now. In the description box, scroll down. You guys are the hot pink pumpkin. So I will see you guys there. And if you guys are not joining me, no worries. I'll see you guys in the next video, maybe video 4 of my Halloween series, or my previous Halloween videos, the comments section, or a private reading. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on what is coming up in your love life this October. So you guys have picked this sexy glam black rock and roll pumpkin. I'm putting it in frame for you so you can see it. Also, you have picked the Disney Villans tarot. Very fun, very sexy. Also, this is video 3 in my 8-video Halloween series. I am so glad you guys are here with me today. I have picked some things for you. I have picked, out of my little Halloween figurines, this sexy little black-haired, this sexy Dracula, this little vampire would love to hang out with you this October. So you might be attracted to somebody who looks a little bit like this. So you might have somebody this month that has sexy green eyes. You might have somebody that has sexy dark hair. You might have somebody that likes to nibble on you a little bit. So I will put this in frame for you so you can see it. Also, I have this beautiful blue obsidian. All right, so I'm going to start off with a Celtic cross spread and see what is coming up in your love life this October. All right, so where is your higher self guiding you? And I will take reversals for this part of the reading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first card is going to represent your higher self, where you are being guided right now at this time. And this is an upright card of Lucifer, which is the cat in Cinderella, who is very mischievous and kind of a little evil kitty cat. Kind of somebody like this one. Yes, this is you. Anyways, this is the Page of Swords, and it's upright. So you actually are being guided right now to get some more information, to have important conversations, and for you to be maybe even a little internet researcher, maybe a little spy. Because the Page of Swords is about finding out information. Also, you might be guided to have very important conversations, and the Page of Swords is an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So there is a very strong dynamic here. All right, then I get for you the Six of Swords in reverse, which is the same one. Okay, now this actually shows the villains in all of the Disney movies, but look at how uncanny. So look at this. It's the same cat with Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. So check out how you guys got the same little mischievous cat here. So interesting, actually. So interesting. So you guys got the same cat. So your higher self is guiding you to get more information and to do some research about somebody that maybe hasn't been able to support you in the past. The Six of Swords is about a partnership energy or a situationship, somebody where it's like there was supposed to be a commitment or a partnership or a supportive energy, but maybe it fell through or didn't happen, or something where maybe you felt like, I mean, this is about love, so this is your romantic love life. So I would say that this is about like a romantic partner. I would say it could kind of stretch as far as maybe like a friend that let you down, or a friend that was supposed to be there for you but didn't. But I also feel like if you were asking your romantic partner for a favor, then you might feel like and they said yes and then they broke their promise, or they said they were going to help you with something and then they didn't, or they were going to support you and then they didn't, then there might be this, and it might be about getting more information or doing some more research. Also, I'm getting a message too with these cards together that it's kind of like maybe you need help for something, you need to be supported, and there's going to be somebody that comes into your life that will kind of rescue you or kind of help you or support you through something, or give you emotional support through a difficult time, or give you support or guidance through a difficult time. Or maybe you are giving some support or emotional support or guidance to your romantic partner if they are going through a difficult time. So there is this, and swords energy is very air sign. So very Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And then I get the Page of Coins in reverse. So I'm getting also feminine energy that sometimes like topsy-turvy, flips around, sometimes good, sometimes challenging. Are these the hyenas? These are the hyenas from Lion King. Okay, so it also seems like there may be some, and you know, there's like cat energy, there's animal energy. So it also seems like maybe there's like animal instincts or primal energy that is a little bit mischievous this month, or that's kind of kicking up or flaring up in some ways. So it does seem like that with this kind of cat energy, feline energy, hyena energy, maybe there was somebody that thought that they said something that was supposed to be a joke, but it came across insensitive or not as a joke. Because it seems like these three hyenas are starting mischief and trouble. These cat is starting mischief and trouble. But the thing is, with hyenas and cats, like, animals are just innocent anyway. They can be hunters, they can be mischievous, they can be playful. This little one here, he bothers me all the time. But, you know, all of their instincts that are destructive are just like part of their natural animal instincts. So you might be feeling like somebody that you like has natural animal instincts that are being a little mischievous or a little destructive, or maybe like a little naughty, like an innocent villain, not like a major like villain of the story, but like the villain sidekick kind of. You might like somebody that's like a little bit of like sidekick energy, like your main character energy, and you might like somebody who's like sidekick energy, and that's okay too. Then I get in the past, I get the 9 of Coins in reverse. So 9 of Pentacles is usually a card of independence. When I look at this, I think this is the middle part of the robe of Prince John. So this is, I would say, maybe somebody in your past that you liked had a little vanity. So Prince John was always trying to steal the throne from King Richard, from his brother. So maybe there was somebody in the past that wanted to steal you away from somebody you were with. Maybe there was some competition and you ended up picking your love. It seems like maybe you didn't want to be single in the past, but maybe you have been. The 9 of Coins is usually a card of being single, but with it in the reverse, it's like you didn't really want to be single, but maybe it ended up that way. So if there was a situationship, maybe you felt like, wow, I really would like to lock it down with this person, but they weren't really choosing that, and you were wishing that you guys weren't really single, but okay. Or maybe you guys were not really single, but not really together. Because I'm getting strong situationship vibes where this is not like upright, where it's like independent and single. It's in reverse. So not quite locked down, not quite committed, especially with the 6 of Swords, not quite committed, but in reverse, but not quite single either. So you might have been in a gray area when it comes to your dating love life. So as October continues along more towards the middle or end of October, I get for you, I get the 9 of Swords, which is a lot of stress, worries, and anxieties. So you're going to be worried or anxious about something as maybe we go into Scorpio season. And so I have for you here a card that it's going to pair with. So we're going to see what's bothering you, my sweetheart. What is causing you some stress or some angst in your love life? We're going to check it. What they want to remind you about or warn you about as you move forward. I am getting the Prince John. Okay, see how it connects. Now you do have it in reverse. So, which you have it here in reverse as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So see how his robe here connects to this close-up picture of it. So it's very interesting. Actually, it doesn't look quite the same. It's similar, but not quite the same. All right. Well, we'll say it still is. Okay. So I would say with this Prince John in reverse, that, and maybe John's a name for you, that with this, or Richard, John or Richard might be a name for you, that it seems like with the 9 of coins in reverse and the King of coins in reverse, you are really wanting somebody that can be a committed romantic partner, somebody that can have a future with you, somebody that can pair into a major husband energy or spouse energy, or I would say wife energy, but it's not, it's a king. So I would say in major spouse partner energy, plan for the future, but you've just been involved in situationships. So here we go. Okay. So they're saying for you, as you move into, October, you've in the past had a lot of experience just having situationships, not being single, but not being committed, being in this gray area. They're saying for you, as we move into October, that for you, you might keep getting involved with or be involved with somebody that doesn't want a commitment and that's half in, half out. That's not really building a future with you, but that's still around and that's still present. The King of Coins is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy, or an earth sign kind of energy. And it's kind of like your warning or reminder card from Spirit this month is if you want a King of Pentacles, you need to stop the situationships. So I would say for you, that's kind of your message in October. And I mean, I am a big believer in situationships and having a roster. I'm totally believing and think that's awesome. But if your goal is to have something more serious, King of Coins, then it might be about restructuring who you're with, or who you're picking, or who you're attracted to, or making efforts. Now, if you feel like you're like, Solaris, like I've had this King of Coins, now I don't have this man, now I don't have this guy, and we're broken up, and I don't know if I want to have another very serious thing, I want something more casual, then I would say, oh my gosh, my baby, October is your month. Go forth and conquer, you enjoy yourself. But I would say if you are, I would just say like for you, it's not necessarily about preaching to you. It's more about just checking in with yourself and seeing, are the people that I'm dating in alignment to my long-term goals? Are the people that I'm dating congruent with where I would like my life to go? And if not, then it would be about maybe October is a time period of restructuring. Because usually October energy with Libra and Scorpio energy, those are two signs that are strong commitment energy. Libra is a partnership energy, and Scorpio is like a passionate obsession. And so I would say for you during the month of October, it might be about making decisions or choices about who are you spending your time with, who has your energy. So with this King of Pentacles in reverse, they want to just remind you that if you're wanting to be in something more serious, then it might be about seeing who's around you that can be a match for that. And if they're not a match for that, what do you want to do about that? So it's just kind of about asking you those questions and some food for thought as you move into October. Because for me, I'm not about whether you're with somebody or not. That's great for me, I'm not biased if you have somebody committed or not. It's more about, are you happy? Because I get with this 9 of Swords in reverse that it's very important for you as you move deeper into October and into Scorpio season even, that there's something that's stressing you out. So if you are stressed by the lack of commitment or the lack of investment that your person is making or people that you meet in October are making, then it would be about, how do you solve this problem? How do you regulate your emotions, ground yourself, calm and soothe your anxieties and fears, and be able to, feel better? Because if you have an anxious attachment style to somebody that's not showing up fully for you, you're going to continuously be in a state of triggered state because their situation and energy is going to constantly trigger you because it's going to be in a constant state of that. So it would be about, we don't want you, baby. We don't want you to be in a constant state of anxiety, stress, misery, and worry. We want you to feel safe and secure in your relationships. But if you're picking people that are, let's say, this King of Pentacles, ones you want to have a serious marriage, future spouse partnership with, but that aren't that, then it would be that it's like you are going to keep looping in the same cycle of that. So I would say that's where your guides are trying to steer you with this. Now, I get for your conscious thoughts during the month of October, I get the 9 of Wands in reverse. So for you, you still may feel like you're having a hard time letting go. So the 9 of Wands is usually the card about the battle is over. And it's about being able to put down your weapons and move on, right? It's like the battle is done. You can leave the battlefield. But for you, with it in reverse, you might feel like, again, the roadblock or the obstacle that you keep running up against is that it's hard for you to end something or be completely done or over with something, especially with this King of Pentacles, and we're going to get more information about this handsome man. It might be hard for you to let go of this King of Coins because of so much you've invested, so much you've wanted to see potential in, so much you've wanted to, have to be full for you. And you might be like, you know what, though, I'm still having a hard time letting go. And again, maybe it's like, maybe October is a time where you don't have to let go with this. Maybe it's just about your higher self guiding you to get more information or to have important conversations. Because I would say that for you, it's just about asking yourself you might not have to make choices today, but how long do you want to keep doing this for? And I would really say, like, that's really the main message is you don't have to let go today because you're not wanting to let go. You're not wanting it to be over. You're still enjoying this. But what are your long-term goals? Can this indefinite kind of situationship meet that if it never changes? And when do you want to let go of the situationship? Because I feel like at some point you're going to be called to, even if you don't have to today, at some point your higher self is going to say time's up. And so you may feel like, that's cool, Solaris. I'm just going to ride this horse as long as I can until it throws me off. Or you might think, okay, well, you know what? I am on more of a time clock. I do have important goals for myself that this person's not in alignment to. I don't want to sacrifice those or make sure they never happen. Let's figure out a time frame. So, you may kind of play around with what you feel you're ready for. But yeah, so you're not quite ready to let go of this situationship in October. And that makes sense because October, November energy is a serious energy. So I can see where it's a time period of attachment. So it's hard to let go of people that don't serve us when we are in a month of time of being very attached. Like, it's easy for us to ditch people in Gemini season or Pisces. Well, no, not Pisces. Like Aquarius. Well, no. So Sagittarius season. I was going to say Gemini, and then I was like, no, they're the twin. They like holding on sometimes. And then Pisces, I'm like, no, they're emotionally attached. They're a hot mess. I'm like, Pisces are an emotional creature. They don't want to let go. They hold on. And then I was thinking Aquarius, but then I'm like, well, no, that sign values a friendship. So that's hard to let go. Sagittarius season, I call you out. That's the season that's easiest to be selfish and focus on you and let go of attachments. That's a sign of freedom. So you might find that during that month of time, it's a time period where it's easier for you to let go. But during a Libra season or a Scorpio season, that's a time of holding on. So that might be what you're experiencing. So I would say though for you, that the romantic partner card that shows up for you is the Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse. Now this is the staff from Shafar. And the staff from Shafar is kind of like the tool that they use to carry out the stuff. So to carry out Jafar's little plan. So, and also actually the staff was a manipulative one. Are you entranced by a manipulative snake staff, my darling? Are you just entranced by the snake? Jafar's staff is a hypnotic snake. And so you might feel like, I don't know, Solaris, this might be hard for me to let go of my person because they have a very hypnotic snake and I'm a little attached to that. And I would say, babes, I understand. That's a tough one. I get that. But I would say with the Ace of Wands in reverse that your person's showing up having a hard time maybe coming forward for you or taking action. Usually the Ace of Wands upright is about taking action. But with it in reverse, it's a little tricky where it seems like they're having a hard time taking action on you or stepping forward for you. So there is this piece. And so there may be a little power struggle or like a clash of wills or wants in this connection. what you want above all else in October. The Fool, you just want to leap forward. You just want to keep progressing in this connection. You want to keep going. You want to take a leap of faith. You want to just jump off the cliff. I love Kronk. Kronk is in the Villans deck because he's the evil henchman to Yzma from the Emperor's New Groove. But honestly, he is like a himbo. He is like a sweet, sweet darling. So you might be finding yourself being like, I just want to pursue my heart as unwise as it is. I just want to keep jumping off the cliff, even if it doesn't get me anywhere, because your heart is so good-natured. Your heart is so sweet. Yes, it's like an evil sidekick, but also it's like the sweet energy, and I think he turns good at the end anyway. So with the Fool, I feel like that, you know, you might just want to jump off the cliff, even if it's not the most wise. You might just want to continue to keep doing stuff that, you know, out of the goodness of your heart. You might just want to keep continuing this because you have an emotional heart attachment to your person, because you have a big, big, beautiful heart and you're a sweetheart. But it's causing you stress is the thing. And the thing is if you were having like Three of Cups party celebration, I'd be like, oh my gosh, go date lots of people. But I'm getting that this situationship, the reason why this is being brought up as the warning reminder card for you is because it doesn't align with your goals and because you get emotionally distressed by it. It would be one thing if you were like, yes, I love being in my player energy. But the thing is, that's tough, is that it's making you feel emotionally really hurt. It's making you feel stressed. It's making you maybe have nightmares or worries or anxieties or keeping you up at night. So I would say, and here's an exercise you can do even right now. I would say, think of a scale 0 to 10. 0 is you're at total peace. 10 is you're at a panic attack, right? How much anxiety and stress does your person give you on a scale of 0 to 10? If it's manageable and low level, then I would say, all right, cool. Maybe it's still not in alignment to your goals, but you're all right. If it's like at like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, especially a 9, with the 9 of Swords, then I would say this is like a checkpoint for you. This is an opportunity for you to check in with yourself, check in with your body. What does your body feel when I ask you these questions? Is there tension in your body? And if there is, I would just invite you now to like, and this is like my therapist hat taking over, but I would say I would just invite you now to take some deep breaths. Breathe into the part of your body where you're holding tension. Breathe into the part of your body now where you're holding stress, and like breathe in deeply and then breathe out the stress. Breathe into your body, giving your body that nurturing sense. Where in your body is it? What body part do you feel tension in? Is it your shoulders? Is it your stomach? I always keep my tension in my shoulders and in my stomach area. But, you know, breathe into where you feel like you're having your tension. Are you clenching your jaw? Are you like squeezing your hands? Where do you feel tension in your body? And try to like breathe nurturing, love, healing energy, light into that area. And if you feel like it's your mind, if it's a headache, if it's like your mind is racing, you know, trying to do some like self-soothing, self-care techniques is very helpful. It's not a surprise your pumpkin is black, and black pumpkins are very grounding. When we feel anxious and our worries and anxieties are getting the best of us, it's very important for us to be grounded. If you want to use crystals, which I love doing when I feel ungrounded, black crystals are very protective and they're very good for being able to take care of your emotions when you feel out of your body or whether you're dissociating or you're having panic attacks. So crystals that are really good, like I have this one that I really like, which is like a black obsidian. I think this is like a golden sheen. It's very beautiful, but like big, heavy, black, heavy crystals are very good for grounding us in our bodies when we're feeling anxiety. So this is just some helpful advice for you to also bring into October for you if as October continues along, you're feeling increasingly stressed out by this person, by this unevolved in reverse King of Coins. So this is a card of worries and anxieties, and I'm getting it's the 7 of Cups in reverse, where it's not like you guys are not committed. It's not that, because the 7 of Cups is a card of not having a commitment. So it's not that you're not committed, but it's that you guys are in a situationship which is maybe undefined, or a situationship which is stressful and difficult. Also, if this is not your situation, you may want to pick another pile, because I feel like this is something that's been going on for a while. You might meet somebody in October and it might quickly go into a situationship which is triggering, so that might be something that you can keep your eye out for. But for most of you watching, I feel like this is an ongoing situationship with a person, so I feel like there is that. So it's the Seven of Cups in reverse. You're not committed, but you're not single. And that energy can be very triggering for people who have anxious attachment styles, feel rejected and never picked or chosen, or feel not good enough or have some wound around that. So if that's the wound that's being activated right now for you or triggered or in October, then I would just say for you that the warning or reminder, the helpful advice is to get more research with the Page of Swords and to be able to really check in with yourself and analyze if this is really in alignment to your goals. And if not, then what steps do you want to take in order for you to move forward? And if not today, then at some point. And maybe give yourself a timeline or a deadline or like a checkpoint. So I'm getting for you that you might feel stressed without having a defined commitment or monogamy or having kind of like something more locked down. Okay, so now I'm going to actually look at some things. So obviously we're going to look at this King of Pentacles. I also feel like I want to look at you. I only feel like there's one, I just feel like there's just one energy here showing up really. So I'll say where your higher self is guiding you to, and then we'll look at that King of Pentacles that's stressing you out. So we have two energies here. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from Amira's Love Oracle and see what's going on. So we have 1, 2, 3 cards. 1, 2, 3 cards. So who is this Dracula that has your heart in October? All right. Oh, here's another thing. You guys might have a relationship, and you guys might be even more committed now than ever, especially during especially during Libra Scorpio season, because I do get the wedding rings card. This person is somebody that maybe they have actually committed or taken this like commitment to the next level or deepened it some more, but it might be karmic. So if you guys are having a commitment but it's stressful, or you guys have a relationship but it's unhealthy, or it's toxic, or it's difficult, or it's karmic, or it's running you through the ringer, I would say that you might have a relationship with somebody that is just challenging for you. So if this person with the King of Pentacles is committed or more committed than they've ever been, it might be that there's some stress or some karma there. It might just be that you guys have stress in your relationship. I also get young female. Also, you might be young right now, and it might be that like you're like, all right, it's fine. I don't need marriage right now. I don't need kids right now. I don't need that right now. But it also might be like, but are you wasting your youth? Like, are you wasting your good years? Are you in your prime and you're investing it in somebody you don't want to ultimately marry, or you want to marry them, but it's like a shit show relationship and it's a train wreck relationship, or it's causing you a lot more stress or angst than you should have, really. So I would say that for you, it's also about that additional message. So for some of you, they are committed. They have committed more than normal. And in that situation, it might be even harder because you're like, I don't want to break up with them, Solaris, but I just want them to get better and change. I just want them to grow. I don't want to break up with them. I just want them to grow as a person. And that leads to be a tricky thing if they are a King of Coins out of alignment. So it also might be that you're in a situation with this committed masculine that is a distorted masculine that's out of alignment, that lets their baser animal instincts rule the show. And it's also tricky because that's also causing you angst and you know, causing you grief, basically causing you stress. So it also might be that you're just really stressed out by your relationship that chronically or constantly acts bad, you know, towards you. So if that's the case, my heart goes out to you so much. Okay. All right. Where is your higher self guiding you? I get this Page of Swords. You being a researcher, you being super, super smart, you maybe even being a little spy, you getting to the root of things or getting to the bottom of things. Your higher self is guiding you to this guy. So there is this light-haired, light-eyed guy that is a potential for you, that they're saying that you might meet this person through the internet or through the phone or social media, because Page of Swords can represent internet technology. So there is this, and I get children. It might be that there is this person you could have kids with. The Page of Swords could also be a child. It could also be an unborn daughter or an unborn child that would like to be born through you to you and this handsome gentleman with the bluish green eyes and the reddish blonde or light brown hair. And it seems like there are multiple kids that would like to be born to you, and you would want to make a decision if you would like to have kids. So there is this. And I would say that maybe for you, your higher self is actually just giving you the advice of, who do you want to have kids with? How much do you want to waste your time if you want to have kids? That is a piece. That's a big piece. So it's really about, you can stay in this situationship indefinitely, but are you risking not having kids? So that's like a huge message for some of you watching. Now for others of you, you could be like, I've been on the pill since I was 12 for a reason. And that's great. Then it may be that you're like, I don't want kids. I never want kids. And that's totally cool. And then it might be, careful you don't want to get pregnant with this person. So it also might be that then. Then you might be like, I don't want kids. And I don't care about settling down. I'm cool having a train wreck relationship for now. I'm not going to marry them. Or I'm cool having like a situationship for now. I'm not, needing to have something super serious at the moment. I would say also make sure you guys don't get pregnant with this person then. Because that could be a tie that you guys don't need. That could be some karma that you guys don't need to balance. So there is this piece. And obviously, if you guys do end up having kids, then that's great. There's a lot of blessings in that. But I would say for you, if you feel like this is a chronically toxic or unhealthy dynamic, then you don't want to bring in children into this, then I would say that's a consideration for you. So again, there are many scenarios here that are happening in this pile. Take the ones that resonate for you. There's a lot of people watching. I do get money. It also might be about guiding you to be with somebody that's maybe more generous, or that is financially well off, or somebody that can be a provider, especially if you want children. So that could also be another factor. So your higher self is guiding you to this particular person. Maybe you meet them in October. Keep an eye out for somebody with light brown, blonde, or red hair, with light green, blue, or eyes, with Caucasian skin potentially, and somebody that you could have kids with, and somebody that would be a great provider, and that would be a wonderful, generous person. So there would be this. So maybe your little king of coins in reverse has some competition with this person, and that you meet them in the month of October. There is that. All right, guys. So now we're going to go to your person, because most of you watching have a situationship. So for your situationship, my darling, with the Let's Fall in Love Oracle, I'm pulling 8 cards to see what will your situation be like, or connection be like, between you and your person in the month of October. Now, if you have no one, you probably are not still watching this pile. You might have switched to a different pile. But if you have no one, then, you can use this for dynamics of who you would be meeting in October. If you do have somebody, which you most likely do by this point, then I would say this represents your connection with them in October. All right. So I get things are heating up. Spicy, spicy snake staff. We love to see it. So things are heating up between the two of you. You guys will have hot, sexy sex. I am loving it. Hiding from each other. So you guys might go through a cycle, like a toxic cycle, that you guys have sex and then you guys disappear from each other's lives. Or you guys hook up and then you guys distance. And then you hook up and then you guys distance. And you might have somebody that just comes in for sex. Or you might have somebody that's very ruled by sex. You might have somebody that you feel like you can't really be your true self with, that you have to hide who you are, but that in the bedroom things are spicy. So you might feel like, I only feel comfortable being vulnerable sexually, but I don't know if I feel comfortable being vulnerable emotionally. Or you might feel like, are they avoiding me? You might be avoiding each other. You might be trying to play it cool and they might be trying to play it cool. Or you might be kind of like spying on each other, but not like interacting too much. But when you do, it's sexy. All right, so there is sexy time, booty call, action, situationship. Then I get we could build an empire together. I get that you guys do think about this. And for some of you, especially ones that are in a very serious relationship, but that it's a toxic one, or like a serious relationship that is a hard one, then I would say you guys could build an empire together. You guys could continue. You could keep going. You could increase this. but it might be a challenging relationship. But I do feel like you guys do want your person to grow, evolve, and change, and you want them to be more like, you know, I would say you want them to be better, because it says, I want to escape from it all with you. So it's like on one hand, you want to build with them, but on the other hand, you guys want to maybe not be in reality so much. That reality is maybe inconvenient or upsetting or not a fantasy. I feel like you guys feel like you might want to like build an empire with them, but also you might want to like remove yourself from all responsibilities and just like go off in the woods somewhere and like have lots of camping sex. So it seems like you guys might be torn between those two things. So there is potential where you guys could continue to keep growing together this October and keep building. And there is potential where you guys could kind of just take like a vacation getaway or like a little sexy escape. Or maybe you want a vacation from your problems with your person. So there is that. And then it says, I can't seem to find room in my life for you. That King of Pentacles in reverse could also be somebody very busy or overly work or career obsessed, or somebody like a workaholic, or maybe somebody not around too much. So maybe they're not hiding from you, but maybe they're highly avoidant. Maybe that you guys are avoiding topics, but that you guys are having sex. Maybe you feel like your person is maybe hiding from you or ignoring you or avoiding you, but really they're just busy. So there is this. Then I get hidden agenda. Okay, so hiding from each other, hidden agenda. So you guys might be hiding your long-term plans or wants from each other. You guys might have secret agendas you don't tell the other one. That might be where that Page of Swords come in, where it's like, find out their agenda. Find out what their real plan is. Find out where this is going. Find out what they really think and want. So that might be asking those important questions. So there is this. And so hiding from each other and hidden agenda, I would say that maybe your person's like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have room for you in my life, but really their other agenda is something else. And so it might be about getting to the truth, getting to the bottom of it, Page of Swords, spying, or finding internet research, figuring out what's going on. And then I feel I can always rely on you to be there for me. So I do feel like that there is a loyalty between the two of you. I feel like there is I always need to be there for my person no matter what, that I need to support them, that and that's where that Six of Swords in reverse is tough. If you're supporting your person, but they're not really there for you, that's a tricky energy. So the Six of Swords is about emotional support. And this card is, I feel I can always rely on you to be there for me. But then there are times where they haven't really been there for you in big ways. And so it seems like this may be something where maybe in October they are, or maybe they're repairing from that or trying to fix that or come back from that. Or maybe you're like, I'm there for you, but you're not really there for me. This is imbalanced. What is up with that? So there may be a conversation about that. But your sex appeal draws me in. I feel that this is a very sexually magnetic connection where if they weren't so hot, you wouldn't be putting up with half of the bullshit. I feel like, honestly, if you guys didn't have such sexual chemistry, they probably would not even stand a chance with you, actually. So there is this piece. So, all right. So I think that there is love here, but I also feel like it's actually more lust than love, at least for the month of October. Okay. Now I have your final message, and I have Romance Angels, I have Cosmic Insights, and Situation Love Oracle. So I'm going to make 3 piles. This is interactive. This is your final message, and then I'll be going to the extended, where we're going to focus on everything else coming up in your life in October, in addition to romantic love. Now, other piles have definitely included and kept talking about the romantic love based on people's situations. So that might happen for you as well, but we're also going to be focusing on other areas too. Cosmic Insights. All right, guys. So the first pile I'm going to symbolize with this cupcake fluorite. For pile 2, I am symbolizing it with this raw cut opal. That's pretty fun. All right. And then pile number 3, I'm going to symbolize it with, I feel like maybe you need some love and healing. So we'll do a little green obsidian to pair with your blue obsidian here. So we have a green obsidian. So feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3 if you do have multiple people. Then I would say, or maybe the person you're with plus somebody that maybe you hope to be with, or somebody that you wish is better. Then I would say pick between these 3 piles. You can pick more than 1 pile if you want to. But I would say if you have 1 person, pick 1 pile. I do feel like there's only one kind of strong primary energy in the month of October, at least one main energy. And I'm not even really seeing too many distracting energies. And that might be because you're in a relationship, or it might be that you're in a situationship, but your heart is so like attached to this person that you're not open to others, or you're not really emotionally available or looking around. At least for the month of October, which can totally change as months go by. So pick between these piles, pause the video if you need more time, and unpause the video whenever you're ready. All right, guys. So first I want to kind of run through my spiel really quickly because I got to say this at the end of these videos, but I'll do it fast so I don't bother you guys. I know I've been saying these a lot and they can be a little long, so I'll make it as quick as possible. So thank you for your likes, comments, shares, spreading the word and telling your friends, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell to get all updates of whenever I release new videos, watching my ads for 30 seconds on silent, and then coming back after 30 seconds to the video by pressing skip so they don't bother you, and also for your donations to the channel. Thank you guys for making donations. I appreciate you. If you want to make a donation, you guys can give me tips for these readings to my PayPal, Venmo, or Super Thanks button. You guys are the best. And if you want a private reading from me, my website is fairyastrology.com. I give readings over the phone or video call in 15-minute intervals, and the pricing is as so. And you can feel free to pick one that matches your budget and the time frame that you need to answer any questions about your love life or anything else using tarot, astrology, and oracle cards. So I'm here for you if you need me. Voila! All right, back to your reading. All right, for those of you who've picked that fluorite, your love life in October will be past life relationship. You are very, very connected to your person in October because you guys have a very strong past life. And that is a little bit of that karma that we saw with the wedding rings. Maybe you guys were karmically married to them in a past life, and that's why it's hard to let go and move on. But you guys have some karmic past life connection ties that really kind of keep you guys there. And so it seems like there is a very, very strong bond. Then I get health, and it says health issues could arise. So make sure that this worry and anxiety doesn't like if you're having a panic attack, you know, make sure that it's not like affecting your mental or physical health so much where now you're having stomach problems, or now you're having stress, and now you can't sleep, and now you're having a headache. Like, you know, pay attention to how your stress is affecting your physical body and health. And if it's like setting it off, that is like your body screaming at you to leave. You know, so I would say, or like screaming at you to maybe get help, get therapy, something like that. Maybe find ways to regulate your emotions or do more self-care or more coping skills. But I would say if you're finding that this stress leads to health problems, that's like really indicative of like needing like so much more love, so much more self-love and care. So I would say that's a barometer for you to check in with yourself to gauge. Then I get talking. It says interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, emails, talking more. So you guys are going to be talking up a storm with your person though. With your past life relationship, you guys will be hearing from them. So if you've been wondering like, oh my gosh, will they message me? Will they reach out to me? Will I hear from them? I would say absolutely. You guys are going to be talking a lot actually. So that at least is very good. All right. Then situation love oracle with this uncut opal, unpolished opal. All right, I get for you, give your relationship a chance. So in the month of October, you're going to be giving your relationship a chance. And I feel like both partners, you and your person, are both going to be giving effort into this connection. You're going to be working on your partnership. Oh, I get gold digger. They want your money being used. Be careful that they are not being a gold digger. Be careful they are not trying to use you for your money or honestly for sex. So try to see, are they using you for sex? Try not to, especially if they seem to only come in for sex and then leave, and this is a repetitive cycle. So there is that. Then I get paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. You guys might have a honeymoon phase of this connection in October. You guys might have a lot of happiness and joy and playfulness and enjoy each other in this connection. It might feel like a paradise, or you guys might go to a cold climate or to the mountains or to a river or to like, you know, rowboating around, having some fun. So there is this situation. So I do feel like you guys will have a lot of happiness in this connection, but be careful that they're not using you for your money or your body. All right. And then I get this beautiful green obsidian. So for those of you who have picked that crystal, your energy is chemistry. I get seduction. So you guys are having a lot of chemistry, a lot of physical, sexy vibes. So October, and gosh, especially as we move into Scorpio season, you guys. And honestly, as an astrologer, I even know better than to tell you to not sleep with them during Scorpio season. Like, honestly, I'm a Scorpio. I need to have my Scorpio card be like removed from me right now, because literally there is no Scorpio on this earth that would say, don't have sex during Scorpio season. It is literally the time for the sex. So anyways, you guys are going to have a lot of chemistry and a lot of seduction with your person during the month of October, and definitely Scorpio season time. You guys also will be talking to your person a lot with the communication card, and that's really that Page of Swords that your higher self is guiding you to do, having important conversations between you and your person. So that's great. It says compromise, forgive, and work it out. You're going to work it out. You're not ready to let go. You're not ready to let this person leave. I feel like you're going to try to find some solutions. You're going to try to work it out and talk it out. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. I hope this has helped you. This has been a crazy, crazy little time, but you'll know if this is your situation and if this is your pile. If it didn't quite resonate, feel free to pick another pile if you want to. I am here for you if you need me. If you want to join me for what else is coming up in your life in October, feel free to go to the description box now and scroll down. You guys are the Black Pumpkin. I will see you guys in that pile 4. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. I will see you in any of my other Halloween videos, especially the next video 4 in my 8 Halloween video series, or in the comments or in a private reading. I am here for you if you need me. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.